Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to episode 191 of the Terminus podcast for the weeks of September 10th, 2022. I'm your host, Ellis, otherwise known as the Admiral. With me, I have two engineers, Jacob Durbin and Nicholas Christensen.
Hello.
One horseman, that's Kevon Bradford, returning after a long hiatus
Hello.
and wandering the world. And Hemlock returning as Brakeman.
Hello, I am the Hemlock. I have the non-standard pronouns they, them.
And before Union Pacific does anything else, the train will terminate at this station.
We are in the great state of Texas at Tower 55. The tower that apparently was supposed to be destroyed 2 years ago, but is still hanging on.
It's interesting you say that because we actually lost a tower recently. Isn't that
Oh,
right?
the CSX tower.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That one's such a shame. Lots of things are a shame in the past couple of weeks, though. Looking at all of the stuff on the mantle of responsibility. Although, Canadian National has managed to hang on as the holder of the mantle. Partially because Kansas City Southern had an accident and killed someone in a train derailment on the 30th of August. So, that's KCS's part. They won't be getting it back this week. CSX, before them, was making waves by derailing a locomotive near a diamond in, I think, somewhere in Tennessee, I think. They split a switch. Also, they collided with a semi-truck on the 31st of August. On the 30th of August, in addition to the KCS wreck, there was a BNSF train that hit a truck of some kind, some sort of hopper truck by the looks, and Union Pacific, who had its first wreck of the period, where they killed the conductor in the derailment. Yeah, this will be a trend. CSX hit another tractor trailer on the 2nd of September, but then we come back to Union Pacific, who has 4 more incidents on the board here. Oh, sorry, that's the same one, I think. 3 more incidents. One where they destroyed a bridge with an oil train and made just a tremendous mess. I don't know if the bridge went out and caused the derailment. It doesn't look like that. It looks like the derailment happened and took out the bridge on its way down. That was on the 5th. Also on the 5th, they derailed another train in northern Iowa. And then on the 8th, they killed 2 crew members by lining them into a siding that had equipment on it. So, the engineer and conductor were allegedly ejected from the train when it collided with empty, like, container cars, empty well cars, which is just what a
shame.
Yeah, I mean, what a tragedy. Like, this UP with 3 employee deaths this week. Preventable deaths. The last one was probably a dispatcher error, and yeah, they were lined into a siding that was not empty like they thought it was. And the first one, I mean, yeah, train derailment, just caught the conductor out. You can read about all these or see them all in the cargoes, which is linked in the description. And like I said, the Canadian National still holds the mantle. I think, Kevon, you said that there was an incident for Norfolk Southern that we missed?
Yes, Norfolk Southern ran to another train today.
Today?
I just could not... Yes.
Oh, for God's sake.
First
Okay.
of the terminals.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah,
Okay, sure. NS. Get it together. I mean, the Class 1s are going to have to get it together at some point. Well, they're probably going to stop existing.
Conrail.
Yeah, Conrail 2. Can we? If it becomes Conrail
Electric-
to
wait,
electric
wait.
Boogaloo, yeah,
We
right.
need it to be electric Boogaloo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is the way. And I love the mood whiplash of going
Let's do
from
initialism.
Union Pacific killing a
Initialization.
significant percentage of its workforce to Conrail to electric Boogaloo. But I don't have anything for local service this week, and the reason I didn't even want to put anything in is that Kevon has been on an adventure.
I've been everywhere, man. Where do I even start?
The beginning?
The beginning.
Yeah.
Oh, that was 4 months ago. So I was born in
You
a
were born
city
4
in
months ago?
Texas.
I was born during the night, but I wasn't born last night. It was 4 months ago.
Grow up fast, man. So I made a thread.
I could see
I
that.
was in work, or I was working in the Bay Area for the past about 4 months, and I basically got to go everywhere, see everything. Not everything I wanted to, but there was a lot. So
Well, yeah, I mean, 2470s. What was it? 2472. Didn't get to see that.
no, I technically did get to see it. I got to see it in the from the parking lot
Oh,
because
okay.
I drove to Napa Valley, so it was there. But so first day I got my rental car, or the weekend I got my rental car. I immediately booked it all the way to Sacramento to see the Railroad Museum.
Yep.
Got to see the cab forward, got to see the UP060, got to see an actual F40 run. I was going to chase
You're
it and
forgetting
find
they have a
better.
preserved one
Yes, they have a preserved one.
in Amtrak color.
Yeah.
Yes.
Phase
It
three.
used to be in the back
the
shop.
best phase.
Except I don't like the ditch lights because we're not going to modify the shell. We're just going to plop these on the front ditch lights.
Yeah, they're a little bit interesting. I like how the
Yeah.
rust around them is real.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can tell it's a good patch job.
Genuine.
Just a little crunchy.
Got to see the cab forward.
Yeah, that's a
did
good shot.
not
That's a
bu-
trading card worthy shot of it.
Yeah.
I didn't buy 3
Where's your-
cab forwards or
where's
model
your
cab
shed?
forwards.
I don't see it.
It's above Hemlock. The first message
Wait.
posted.
Oh, I can't.
Yeah.
Oh.
Damn, him. Kevon
California
is saying
Dream.
that you're below him. Wrecked.
No, that's true.
I don't see it.
You don't see
Oh, wait. There. I'm just stupid. I see.
Don't put yourself
And
down.
then on my way home, I decided, you know what? Oh, Siemens is here. So I got to see the second Phase 7 locomotive they had painted, 310. And then the day after, it was moved, and I got to chase the California Zephyr with the new Phase 7 Chargers on Donner Pass.
Nice.
That's
Wait, what
awesome.
happened to Phase 6? We're on Phase 7 now?
But so Phase 6, they didn't have Phase 7 done in time for the Chargers, so the first 8 got basically plopped together paint scheme, and then this is going to be the new official paint scheme.
Okay.
It's a pretty slick looking paint scheme. It's not.
Yeah.
I don't think it's the best thing they've come up with. It's kind of over the top, but it's good looking.
They're trying to incorporate things. I prefer Phase 6 over the Phase 7, but we'll see how I feel later, because I still like the Chargers now that they're out on the road.
I'm not sure I know
Like,
what
they
Phase
look
6
good.
is.
Phase 6. How do I describe Phase?
Well, what is in Phase 6?
So it's the pointless arrow logo, but not the whole thing. I don't know how to explain it.
I don't think I've ever
Hold
seen
on.
anything in Phase 6. I'm sort of in
Here.
the same boat as him here.
It's
Yeah.
that one there.
Oh, that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's Phase
Okay.
6. And then this is Phase 7.
Oh.
I think Phase 6 is better.
Yeah.
Phase 6 is pretty
I
cool.
actually like Phase 6 better. I think the gray would look
I would like to do
faster
Phase
first.
6, but with the darker blue.
Mm.
I think
That would look a
Yes.
lot closer to the 50th anniversary unit, which is like the all dark blue, which looks hot.
Oh yes, a midnight train locomotive.
Mm-hmm. I saw that one on the Downeaster.
Oh, they don't send anything down here anymore.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
we
weird
get
how many heritage units that I've seen, considering I'm way up in a corner of the country with no long distance trains. Well, one long distance train.
well technically. So I forgot. I haven't been on here so long. So when I took the Lakeshore Limited up to Buffalo for New Year's last year, my locomotive in charge was 69,
Nice. Oh, I remember that.
and my locomotive, I think it was the second locomotive out on the lakeshore, was 113. And I'm just like, you can't just make this up. You can't just make this trip a meme.
You're
You've been cursed.
you're experiencing the meme that would have been like, you're just experiencing it on your own. You're like lost in your world of memery.
Yeah, it was so much. But I guess continuing on the California trip, I did go to Disneyland. I had a friend that works at Disneyland, and he helped me get in legally. I got to see only the Ernest S. March. They had another March. They had another locomotive running, but every time number 4 was around, I did not get to see the other one the entire time I was there.
Oh.
I mean, I'll go back to Disney. It's expensive, but the merch. Oh, I was getting a hat,
It's all good at Disney.
and I looked at the price tag, and it was $40. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna put this back down.
It's Disney.
Yeah.
That
Ouch.
sounds right.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Disney is doing the same thing that Amtrak is doing, where they realize that people will pay way more for X thing, so they're just going to charge more. You know? They're just
Yeah.
oh, we can charge an absurd amount and people will still come here? Holy crap, why did we never do this sooner? It's like
And then we'll also give it a discount to make it look cheaper.
yeah, it's like when you look up
So
how
you're
much
getting
you
your
can
money's
actually
worth.
charge for like rides in Roller Coaster Tycoon, and you go, oh my god, I've been shortchanging myself for years. So I see stuff from what model railroad club is this?
So I went to La Mesa down in San Diego.
Okay.
That was a great layout. It's all like running. You can walk probably for 20 minutes around the layout. It probably takes an hour to run the full circuit. I think it's mainly for running, not operations.
Wow.
Mhm.
Did you actually,
They do
did
some
you, like,
operations?
Get to run any of your stuff at all?
No. So this was 4th of July weekend. So they were having a few club members there just running trains. Technically, I could get a membership. So they have a membership for people who live far away. I think it's like $75 a year, and then you can come and run your trains on the layout.
Oh, that dispatching terminal.
Oh, so down below. So that's actually a different layout. So this is that's at the I think San Francisco Bay Area or no, Golden State Model Train Museum or something like that. And they just have model train layouts. And that's it.
Oh wow.
This is actually 3 separate no. 1, 2. So this is 4 separate layouts I posted pictures of. So the one that looks like LA Union Terminal,
Holy fuck,
Mhm.
look at that station.
that's run by a group called Christmas Tree Lane, and I messaged the guy because I bought a few things from him, and I knew I was going to be in LA. So after going to San Diego, I drove up to his place. They had a get together. They were running trains. They let me run a train on their layout, and they actually model Los Angeles to San Diego, Los Angeles to Washington. I think is currently
Oh boy.
under construction. So they're running like the whole Coast Starlight.
That's
Wow.
awesome.
So cool.
Then the next layout, the one with the giant mountain,
Oh,
that's
whoops. Just close that
near
one out.
Martinez. Yes, it's near Martinez, and they only model Donner Pass. So they model from Oakland all the way to Reno Sparks. And that
Ooh.
section of the layout is so nice.
Mm-hmm.
And you see this one, I tried to find more pictures. I can't at the moment, but there's basically a second floor to that.
Wow.
My God.
And it's just an impressive layout. Well, now I guess next thing I should do is let me think, go through. So there's their layout. Also went to Napa Valley.
Yeah, the guys you stole the paint scheme from.
I
Yeah,
didn't
the
steal
Elkins.
anything,
I-
but
Well, you stole my FL9s, and
Well, you didn't steal the SD9 from.
Well, they don't even
wait,
run
never
their-
mind, that's NWP.
so Napa Valley doesn't even run their FAs anymore. And apparently their FAs are hybrid locomotives.
Yeah, they're an odd bunch.
what does that mean?
What?
So I think it has a battery where it can run off of that too and the diesel. I just saw the
Oh, I
sticker
thought
on the
it burned
side.
I'm sorry, what?
Recycled oil.
Yeah, let me see if I can find the photo.
Yeah, hybrid.
Yeah, but it's just like, let me have can I have your hybrid Elko?
Yeah, my plug-in
They
hybrid
also have-
Alco.
They just gutted a Prius and put it in an FA.
I
Yeah,
mean, no,
that's
they got Elon
awesome.
Musk. This is the Hyperloop. It is an
they got
Elko
Elon
FA.
Musk. He's in there in a giant hamster wheel
Yes.
on crazy
Um,
steroids.
But the NWP's good. I missed Allen Bolt that in Napa when I.
Oh, no,
went on a
oh.
trip down there.
Sorry, it's a clean air service vehicle, not a
Okay.
hybrid.
I mean, it's an Alco, so
Yeah, I wouldn't believe that.
I don't believe that for a minute. It's clean air because it's
Yeah.
not running.
Yeah.
Yeah, they use a GP38 or something like that. It's kind of
Lame.
So after that, I went to Gettysburg with some of the Gmod foamers.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
I wish I had
So-
known you were gonna be like tooling around in Strasbourg. I might have come down.
Well, so Strasbourg was just on a whim what day we wanted to do it because we knew the weather was going to be kind of bad, so we just went on the worst day to go to Strasbourg, basically. Like,
Yeah.
if it's going to rain, yeah, we'll just go to Strasbourg because we didn't actually ride the train. We just went to the caboose barn, went to the model train museum, and then went to the actual museum, a PA.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, I'll go back to Strasbourg. They're not like running 2 locomotives anymore. And it was in Pinsyland, finally.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Good.
mean they're gonna be running 611 again next year. So
Until
Yeah.
the track caves in.
yeah, until the track caves in, they're gonna keep running 611. They're gonna
I mean,
milk.
that's what
They're gonna
happened
milk
at
that
Orth.
for all it's worth.
Yeah.
So after that, Jake is a bad influence and made me buy 3 MRL locomotives.
We did get Warhawk on this podcast.
He wants to be on here. I will tell him. He's currently on a camping trip without data, so.
He's currently at the rail yard.
At
Don't
the wheel.
we can't. You don't say that in here. I will-
That's like bringing up Danny Harmon and singing, "I'll see you on the high iron." We did get to see tanks,
yeah.
and the tanks, both tanks do run.
Oh,
They
Yeah.
actually, so I think we kind of. Oh no. So at first we knew we were going to be there. There was a new World War II museum there, and they're like, "Oh yeah, for $30, like you can come see the tank run, and we'll have a talk about our tank and stuff like that." So they did that. We came back the next day to actually check out the museum. They have a lot of great pieces. But we were talking with the owner who built the museum, and we were just like, "Oh, y'all are train nerds." So he took us to his house, like his ranch house, like showed us his
Oh.
10-plate model trains
The
and a
ramp.
bunch of other things.
that's awesome.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, it was just like on a whim. It was like, "Oh crap!" Like
nerds.
So here's all
just
the
knowing that is just like, hey, yeah. And he had he showed us his cars. They have other tanks and equipment on his property.
Okay, I
It
just
was
I just noticed. Just to go back to it for a second, you weren't kidding. That's 3 cab forwards in the stuff that you bought.
yeah. Well, one is Jake, so I bought one for Jake, but it came late, so I couldn't take it on the trip with me.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Also, I went the day I got back. The train layout in Martinez was having an open house, and PG&E had the power go out. So during their open house, they had to like open all the windows and let everyone in for free because it's like, hey, you can't really check it out. We can't run trains. The power's out.
Oh my god.
But sooner or later, it finally came on. It was like, oh, this is nice. I actually got to see trains run because the first time I was there, only one club member was there, and he let me run his train. But it was like to see like, oh, there's SP trains on the layout, stuff like that.
Gotcha.
And I bought the cab forwards hoping I would run on that layout because it was like, ooh, I could go there. But they had to redo the sidings on the entire building, so they covered the entire layout. So basically, the 3 months I was there, the layout was down. I think tomorrow is their first train show that they're doing. So it's just like, oh, I found a train club I could join, and no.
And a shot.
But it worked out because I had no free time on the weekends. I was always on the road, either going to Donner, going to
Wherever.
yeah, just wherever.
And you went to.
Except, where else did I go?
Well, I was trying to seg into the Carson City thing.
Oh yes. Oh, I have so many more pages. Yes, I went to Carson City for the Steamboat, and I got to meet Milky for the first time.
Yeah.
You said I got to meet Milky for the first time. I was in the middle of pulling up a picture of SP18. Like,
I mean,
it's Milky SP18.
Look, it's SP18. Put the.
This is now canon in the Horseman Chronicles.
When this,
we get SP18.
When this comes up in on the announcements in the Discord, yeah, everyone react with the SP18 detected emoji on this podcast.
Yeah.
Yes, Milky is SP18.
You got to meet Milky, which is great.
I got to see the Glenbrook.
Yeah.
And all the V&T locomotives that they had out there, which is like, oh, hey, I got to see them at the museum, and I got to see them in Carson City.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You both went on the same adventure.
I kind of wish I would have went out to like see them actually haul in on a truck, but I think that was the day I was working because the museum has a TikTok and it's kind of cringe.
Oh God!
Oh, the California State. Yeah.
Yeah, they have a TikTok.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah. After that, I had a hotel room that was directly next to the Caltrans Amtrak line. I think it was the Santa Clara stop.
Were you put up in a hotel for the whole 4 months?
Yes. Well,
wow.
So I could pick the hotel. I didn't know. See, this hotel would have been fine because all I need is my desk. I'm not at the hotel. I just need it for sleeping because it's either work or I'm out on the road.
Yeah.
But this hotel was right near the train tracks, and I asked specifically for the girl at the counter, like, "Hey, is there one on the back side on the top floor?" She's like, "Yeah." Nobody wants to be over there, but sure. I was like, oh, okay, yeah. So I got to watch all the Caltrains, the Coast Starlight. I think one time I saw a Cotton Belt Jeep on a UP train.
Yep.
Awesome.
But the internet was miserable. I could not stay in a Discord call for 5 minutes, or it would just like crap out. And it's like, hey, if I want to live here and have trains, it's like I'm not going to stay here. So I found a new hotel, which was a lot better. It was basically an apartment. But I don't have that. That's where I always took my Snapchat photos of the mountains. That was at that apartment.
Nice.
Next, I also went to the Western Maryland Museum to see all of the
Western Railway.
The Western Maryland Museum.
Western Railway.
Railway Museum. 1309.
Yeah, wait.
Oh yeah, you didn't know they had Trolley 1309?
That's like.
But I got to see. Go ahead.
That's like Achilles' front runner cab car 113.
Yeah.
God damn it. I got to ride the train, and there was one guy who was really, really nice. And I was like, hey, so what's going on with 94? Like, I came out here to see 94. I'm from Texas. I thought I would get to see it on the tour. Well, the thing is, they only do the tours of the, I guess, back shops on Wednesdays at
Oh.
12 p.m. It's like nobody wants to go on a Wednesday unless it's like you're going on a summer trip, but then you can't
Yeah.
experience the trolley trip because the
Yeah,
trolley.
I don't know why they do it that way, because when I was down there, I forgot what day I was down there, but they were giving tours all day pretty much.
Huh.
Yeah.
That doesn't include the private guided tour that I got, but that's beyond the point.
Well, I got a private tour because he
Yeah.
spoke to one of the ladies that worked there, and she's like, "Okay, everyone, we're taking a 15-minute detour into the shop." So
Awesome.
everybody got to go into the back shops, which they would have never done
Yeah.
or like been able to because the museum hasn't closed off. And like everybody started saying, "Oh, thank you! Like we didn't get to experience this. I get to see 94. I didn't get to see 334, which I also wanted to see, but that was in the
I didn't see that.
repair.
I didn't see that one either.
Apparently, it's in
we did
one
not-
piece.
We did not have keys to that building.
Aw.
Or well, the people that I knew down there. But yeah, they have the engine in there, but the tender's outside.
And the tender's looking rough.
Yeah, that engine is. Ooh.
You got to be
And
careful
it's
when you end up getting these back shop tours. Before you know it, you're trying to buy trolley cars and want to restore an old truck.
I mean, that just sounds like Milky on a normal day.
Yeah. Well,
Well, I mean, everyone else wanted the old truck. I wanted the trolley.
I mean, por qué no las dos?
But anyway, yeah. And then you got ride the boy, 4001.
I did, and it was like actually nice inside because I know some of the other trolleys. I'm guessing they take out aren't in the nicest condition.
The PCC ride's a little bit different at 30 miles per hour.
Oh yeah, and they book it down the line.
Meanwhile,
Yeah,
the
they
Mattapan
haul
line.
ass. I had just the biggest smile on my face when I got to take the 4001 down their track at track speed. I had a smile on my face the entire time. I was so happy.
Oh yeah.
What's considered track speed for that?
30 miles per hour is what their track speed is for their railroad.
Oh, yeah. You're
So you
moving.
can get up to a good clip and have a fantastic time.
Milky just grinning ear to ear. The terrified people in the back.
I mean, I had two of their qualified motormen there with me, so.
We're all
But
gonna
there you
die.
Well, to be fair, I did stop where the railroad told me to stop.
Well, that's good.
Because they have a token system, so they have a stop sign before you get on the main too far.
Oh, that's cool.
And they're like, "Oh, you didn't need to stop there." I'm like, "I was just following the rules of the railroad." And they're like, "Okay, I respect that."
How dare you? Go crash something.
Yeah, it was fun going over a road crossing because I've never been over a road crossing on a piece of equipment. Of course, it's the middle of nowhere and there was no cars, but still.
Yeah, that's
I
neat.
mean, you never know. The train line might just be active.
Yeah.
The UP might come down the main line from the bay.
The old Union Pacific doesn't come around here much anymore.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess few other pictures. Got to chase 184, which I keep seeing. I used to see all the time on the Texas Eagle. Down Donner Pass.
I love
That was a fun trip. Yes, because I wanted mountains, because I don't have any mountains here. It's just flat Texas.
Yeah, Donner Pass is
I'm gonna
so
make my
beautiful.
background for a while.
It's so beautiful, and it's easy to chase because all the trains drive 30 miles an hour.
Yep.
Yeah.
It do be that way.
Why did it take so long to get? This is why.
I saw 301 and the new Chargers. I was kind of pissed off at Amtrak because I was waiting like, oh, okay, this weekend the train's going to go and it's going to go over Donner. I'm going to chase it all the way to Reno. Days go by. I'm like, okay, it's going to happen during work. Days go by. It's the next weekend. Nothing. And then like Monday or so, they have 301 and all 3 Phase 7 Chargers on the California Zephyr. It'll be the last picture I post.
Oh, wow.
And that train
yeah.
looks so good. And I missed out on it. I'm just like, oh, you kidding me? It happened on like a Tuesday.
Damn. That's still, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And then Gaviota. So the picture with the trestle right above that, I wanted to go to Gaviota Pier to get this picture of the Coast Starlight.
Oh, wow.
Well, I drove 4 hours down. Turns out the pier was destroyed in 2014, which I didn't know about.
Oh, no.
I couldn't get that shot.
It's been shut down for 8 years?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
I mean, you have to deal with the surf, so I guess they don't want to go out there and rebuild it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a
or
shame.
Just you don't have to deal with anybody like jumping into the ocean off the piers, stuff like that too.
Yeah.
All right, we're sort of at time for this section. I want to give everyone a minute just to say their piece. I know Jader and Milky, you guys have been working on your Railroad Museum projects.
Yeah, I'm gonna start dumping pictures here.
I can't get out of the thread because it's.
Let's see, but not.
There we go. Oops.
704's been progressing nicely as of last week. All the surfaces have at least 2 coats of red.
Duh.
There's a few pictures. There we go.
Ooh. The bobber. Wait,
No,
is it
it's
a
not
bobber? No, it's not a bobber. Damn it.
It's a nice wooden caboose.
No.
Is it going to be in C&O?
Yeah, it's going to be in. Well, let me find a picture of what it was. Like, it's going to be the same scheme, but here we go. Okay.
Oh, okay.
But this is the scheme that we're going to put it back in. But
it looks so much better now.
It looks so much better.
I hadn't seen like a direct before and after, and this is fantastic.
The difference is it's
yeah. Awesome.
But that's the scheme we're going to put it in. That's circa, I think it's like 1931 to 1957. But I did a little more digging, like based on like some slight other differences. That's circa, I think, like the 40s to at some point it got painted yellow. I don't know when, but there's like little bits of yellow paint on the inside of some of the windows. So at some point it was yellow.
They were yellow.
They were yellow.
I actually saw a yellow version of
that.
that caboose at one of the train stores.
Oh.
I have one.
Uh-oh.
I'm just showing them my display case. They look good in yellow. Like we have another one of these that's.
Hashtag they were yellow.
It's a different number series, but it's basically identical.
Mm-hmm.
And we restored that one in the yellow condition, and it looks really good. It still needs lettering, but it looks really good.
Yeah.
I hope you continue to work on this because it's just gorgeous.
But that's progressing nicely. Hopefully, sometime in a half it'll be done.
Yeah. Milky, what about
the faded wed is
no, I didn't hear what you said.
similar enough to what we're going to be doing with the Tank 67 in a couple of years. But right now, I'm going to post the pictures. For the past 2 work sessions that I've been at the museum, I've been working on removing paint from the clear story windows on the Tank 7. And today I made a good amount of progress. I think I got it off 7 or 8 windows.
Which it was just like covering the glass, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it was painted on at some point, presumably in the 1940s or 50s, when the car became a cabin. They just straight up painted over the windows. They didn't
Is it
want that
lead
much.
paint? I would hope not.
Well, we'll figure it out.
Breathe. Don't breathe too deeply. Just.
I did. But yeah, I don't know what it was.
Can you smell color? Can you see colors now?
Yeah.
Wait. Can you smell sounds?
No.
If you start to smell
but
burning toast.
it was a mix of whatever paint, and for whatever reason, there was also glitter mixed in. I don't know how, but when I looked down at my arm, it's like, oh, I got these black paint chips on me and glitter. What the hell? I look like a fucking Twilight vampire. Sorry. Twilight vampire.
Glitter, man. It gets everywhere.
Which is fitting because we're decorating for our Halloween event.
Yeah, I was gonna ask what's with the lights. I was just like that. Those are either there for some like serious purpose that I do not understand, or
they're hysterically accurate.
Yeah,
no, just
yeah. They dressed up the cars like this. It's it's normal. It's like 49 covered in Christmas lights. Isn't it always like that?
Yeah, I didn't take any other pictures of the other cars, because we're still working on decorating them up for the Halloween event. This year's theme is Wizard School, so it's going to be fun.
Wizards.
We had script
awesome.
read for that this morning. It was pretty good. There was some good improv that came out of it. Yeah, I showed up, and I'm like, oh, everyone else showed up too. Oh, we're doing a script read for this. Okay, I'll sit down. Make a couple of funnies. Like one of the plots is you gotta bring the dragon egg back to the dragon.
Mm-hmm.
And you can ask the shopkeeper question, or the dragon questions. I'm like, what came first, the dragon or the egg? I got a good chuckle out of the womb.
What you have to do is just yell in, or run in yelling commando.
Commando, yeah. But one of the two of the cars, the Council Crest car that I was standing in, and the 1067 got decorated up as Christmas holiday cars. I'm like, okay, for the last 2 years I've been joking that we should restore our LA car
and run it on the main line
as a Christmas car. Because that's what happened in 1949. We missed an opportunity to do the meme.
It looks like a candy cane.
Yes, that's the point. But we missed an opportunity to do this.
Oh, let me show the audience. I've seen this before, but Leah, let me show the audience because
I hate it so much. It's so tacky.
It's delicious and minty.
I'm the only person at the museum that wants to do this.
I mean, everyone else is right.
What was it? What was it for?
1949. LA painted up cars for the holiday season, and ours was one of them. So it'd be historically accurate if we did it, but
it's just a Christmas car.
It's just a Christmas.
I mean, it's either that or like someone who really likes barbers.
Yeah.
Prototypical, I promise.
Yeah.
Or it's the Target Heritage Unit.
The Target Heritage Unit.
There's a prototype for everything.
Yeah, I was going to say...
some random photo from the darkest corner.
This is one of those things where you just keep a photo on you, so when you're running your thing at the Model Railroad Club and the rivet counter says, like, actually, you're like, no, look, behold, my obnoxious
That's just me and my Amtrak.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite genres of train images is that it's prototypical. Look at this picture.
I love that.
Yeah.
So,
anyway, that's what I've been up to, wheel railroad-wise. Model railroad, I've acquired a few things, but...
Well, I want to give
I don't even want to talk about...
I want to give him the floor for just a minute so they can talk about their light rail troubles.
That's why I made it brief.
Alright, let's speed run this. So, I am back in Canada for university. The term started on Wednesday, so the term started on Wednesday, and when I went in on Wednesday for my first day of class, class was canceled.
Oof.
So I ended up spending the morning just going down to chase CN. I saw a Grand Trunk unit. That was cool.
Yeah.
The day before, while I was getting groceries, the light rail hit a car. So I ended up waiting like 40 minutes at the station to get a tram back up, to the area where my apartment is. The day before that, I went and caught Via. And then several, you know, several dozens of days before that, I went up to Duran. This was over the summer, but it's been a while since I've been on a podcast, so I didn't get a chance to touch on this. And then today, I went up to the Waterloo Central Railway. I rode their train. It was cool. I saw the locomotive that Canadian National donated to them last year. Since last time I saw it, they painted it up olive green and yellow. It looks very snazzy.
I love that scheme.
I don't like these colors or this color combination at all.
I think the CN Classic scheme is based.
I like the CN Classic scheme.
It looks so bad.
Speaking of the Waterloo Central Railway, they are currently open. They're currently holding an open audition for players for their Christmas trains. They're looking for junior elves ages 10 to 12, train conductors ages 18 over, singers and carolers, bell ringers, and Santas.
Oh hell yeah!
You should go audition.
You should go be Santa.
Go be.
I considered it. At the same time, I mean I've brought this up before. If I have the time to volunteer on the railway, I have the time to pick up a part-time job. And I should probably do that first.
Yeah,
that's the capitalist in you talking. Go do train stuff.
That's the part of me that wants to make rent talking. That's the part of me that doesn't want crippling student debt talking.
Oh boy, a part.
Student debt. I don't know her.
Yeah. One last thing about the Waterloo Central is that they are currently they're working to get Essex Terminal Railway Number 9, their 060, up and running. They had it out for a couple runs on Victoria Day over the summer, but fresh off a 10-year inspection, they had slight issues, so they hope to have it up and running again by Thanksgiving. And by Thanksgiving, I mean the Canadian one, so October.
Oh, well, good luck. Good luck to them.
Yes, I do hope I get to see it over the winter.
All right, so are you all set?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, well, that's about all in my neck of the woods.
All right, it's time for Locomotive Versus. In one corner we have Holy War, in the other corner we have Edward Thomas. If anything, like, maybe the best thing that's come out of double headers is finding a bunch of interesting matchups for Locomotive Versus. So, Holy War and what did I say the other one was? Edward Thomas.
This looks like Peter Sam.
That's because it is the basis for Peter Sam.
Oh.
Yep.
Learn something new every day.
So.
I love how most of the results are fucking Edward, though.
Hem, you're going to do Holy War, is that right?
Yes.
And Milky, you're going to do Edward Thomas?
Yes.
I don't know how this is going to go. This is just one of the ones that popped into my head while we were doing this stuff.
I don't know. It's been a while since I've done a Weird Small Adorable engine, so...
I am on my home turf with this thing.
Yeah, I was going to say, I feel like Hem is on the back foot, but I don't think I can give them an advantage because that's very dangerous. So, Milky, you can go first.
Okay.
I am going to try and find the... I'm going to try to find some stuff to fill in these empty links while Milky decides what his first stat call is going to be.
You built
Year built. Oh, that's going to be a painful one. I am one of the Alice class ones, right? Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
1886.
Ooh. 1921.
They're not young.
Oh no, it's newer. It's a lot newer.
It's like an old man.
They're both so small.
And they call Duke Grandpa.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's not young.
No. Okay. Triber wheelbase.
What?
3.25.
Free.
Oh my god!
Oh no! Oh no!
3 feet between the drivers. That's
Ooh.
crazy.
I thought I was being ballsy with that one.
I thought you were too. Oh no.
All right.
What railroad?
Yikes.
Go ahead.
I just looked at the fat turbine for the engine next to me. Oh no. Because there's 2 engines on my stack seat.
Mm-hmm.
And the other one is subject to be oof.
It's objectively oof.
Which railroad is which one from, Ellis?
No, I was...
Driver diameter.
Driver diameter. 20 inches.
24.
Wow.
Wow.
How could you do this to me?
It's so cute.
I know, Jader. That's what I'm saying. They're both so cute.
Edward Thomas is just so, like, cute and derpy.
Blower pressure.
Oh, 140.
160.
Oh, man.
Him, are you okay? Have
What?
you made
Tractive
good
effort.
decisions today?
Active effort?
Yeah.
2916.
3457.
Alright. 5 zip.
Mm-hmm.
Tubes.
2.
Don't have
The
it.
internet.
Oh, okay.
Don't have tubes, don't have flues, don't have flue tube length.
Okay, you went off a pure communism. Got it. Okay, firebox area then.
14 square feet.
19.5.
These are such...
You're
They're so small.
Great area.
2.5 square feet.
Or
It's
a
the size...
heating
It's
surface.
the size of a small cupboard.
Keep in mind, technically Milky has 3 extra inches of gauge on me.
Oh!
Evaporative... Right. The chorus and the taliplin are 2 foot 3 inches.
Ah.
Evaporative heating surface, 100 square feet.
115. Combined heating surface.
100 square feet.
113.
Wow, these guys aren't superheated? Who could have seen that coming?
Wow, I can't believe it.
Evaporative heating surface divided by cylinder volume.
224.51.
Oof. 207.38. Okay.
It's my time.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's on the board?
All right, numbering class.
1.
11.
God damn it!
Okay.
I knew this
11.
would be a milky locomotive where it would just be 1.
Number built.
1.
11.
There were
Damn.
11 of these.
So,
They're so cute.
question.
Go ahead.
How do we rank Hackworth versus Stevenson?
Oh god. What is Hackworth?
Look,
Yeah,
it's what Milky has.
I haven't read up Hackwork enough to know how it compares against Cupid.
Hackworth locomotives. It's just... Is it just
Hackworth
this
is in
dude?
the valve gear. No, Hackworth is in the valve gear.
Hackworth valve gear.
Valve gear.
I don't know what Milky...
I'm gonna...
I remember off the top of my head who Milky is built by. This is Hackworth Valve Gear, by the way. I don't remember off the top of my head who Milky is built by, but I'm pretty sure it's like someone smaller than Unslit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that seems actually fairly simple. Hackworth seems like
Yeah, it doesn't seem too
reasonable.
complicated.
However, it is a bizarro valve gear,
Yeah.
and I think I'm gonna have to give it to Stevenson if you're gonna call, or yeah,
I mean, yeah, that's fine.
I'm gonna call Valve Gear.
yeah. So you have Stevenson.
I have Stevenson, yeah.
I have Hackworth.
If I were to like really ruminate on it, I might go with Hackworth, but I've made my call for now.
Yeah.
I would have to probably have like Tyler or Weibold sit down with me.
It wouldn't be the first time that we've gone back and revised calls on Valve Gear.
Yeah. Oh, I found it. Okay, I'm trying to fill in the ones with no link in the table here, and I did not know where Mississippi was. It's the Natchez and Hamburg.
That's so specific.
Also, Locomotive still doesn't have a B&O C16. That big.
Engine wheelbase.
Engine wheelbase. Yes. 7.5.
3.25.
Yep.
Ratio of driving wheelbase to overall engine wheelbase.
0.4.
1.
The solid 1.
Yep.
Overall wheelbase engine and tender.
Blank.
We know what it is.
Engine.
we know what it is.
You're a tank engine, Milky.
But I don't understand.
Milky. God damn it.
You're by the stack seat, die by the stack seat.
No, you're living by reality, thank you. What is
But anyway, yes, 7.5.
3.25. Ellis Tamelio's way computation.
Of
we'll spare the math and say Milky's is less than 1 and Hemlock is 1.
Yes.
It's 8 to 9.
Oh, oof. Okay. I mean, I know things I can still probably win. Engine weight.
engine weight. 19,040.
Oh, 13,440.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Total engine and tender weight.
Same.
Yeah, same.
Alright, it's now 10 to 9. Holy War has taken the lead.
Okay. I can hear the cat meowing outside of my door.
Let me in.
Thinking emoji.
How about fuel capacity? Fuel and water.
Oh, dude, I'm smaller than him.
Also, I don't have that.
God damn it.
Like, I guarantee you his tank is his
Have you done
bunker is bigger.
factor of adhesion?
No, that was my next gamble.
Okay.
It's that or gamble on the soda cans.
Oh, jeez.
Which I don't want to do.
The soda can?
Okay.
Factor of adhesion.
5.51.
That's bad.
4.61.
Oh my god. All right.
Yeah, I know.
I don't even know if you could say that's bad.
I scrolled down and I saw that and I'm like, ooh, that's awful.
That is a rolling catastrophe.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think. Hold on. Wait, what was it again? Milky?
5.51.
Hold on. I want to compare it to something really quick.
But the one next to it, the other class on here, is 7.68.
Oh my god.
Terrible.
How?
Okay,
Yeah.
it is still worse than 3713. I was going to say congratulations, you have a better.
What is 3713?
3713 is the Mega Pacific, the Boston made giant thing that Steamtown's been restoring for 35 years.
And what is its factor of adhesion?
It's 5.12.
Oh my god.
It's a Pacific.
Yeah, but it's gigantic.
We're at 20, right?
Yeah, we're at 20.
I'm gonna go to host choice.
Wait,
Okay.
at that point, Aren't you supposed to make the locomotive bigger if the factor adhesion is that bad
I don't.
or big?
No,
I don't know what
no.
quantifies that.
It's too fat for the amount of tractive effort. Like we did it against a normal size Pacific, and it was not much of an increase for how much larger it was.
Yeah.
It was kind of
So
insane.
basically, it's just big for the sake of being big.
Yeah, it's just a. It's they went to Lima and said, "Give us a huge Pacific," and Lima said, "Are you sure?" And they went, "Yes." Anyway, we're gonna go with. No, what the hell am I gonna? It's host choice. Power MT.
Oh.
One of my favorite numbers. 567.83.
Based.
584.29.
Oh my god! All right,
God.
there's another point for Holy War.
Oh.
Kevon, Jader.
My fault. Where's the statue for Edward?
Edward Thomas.
Let's see, what is left?
If you tried to name a locomotive something more British, you might have trouble.
I'll name it the Queen. Oh wait. Well, that would actually be kind of cool.
I mean, yeah, now would be a fitting tribute.
Well, there already is Queen Elizabeth.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have been surprised if there wasn't.
Queen Elizabeth II, the locomotive.
Also, they are doing a funeral train since she died up there.
Yeah.
So
Have we done the cylinders? How big are the cylinders?
Oh boy. Who's gonna go first? Cylinders.
Oh no.
Oh, I have one.
7 by 10.
Mine is 7.13 by 12.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
substantially larger. Okay, it's
Yeah.
12 to 10. Kevon,
Okay,
do you have?
Do you have flu information?
Nope.
No.
I already said no. No tubes, no flues, no flue tube length.
I don't have flues or flue tube length, but I do have tubes. I do want off of something.
Have you done tender fuel capacity?
We don't know.
I don't have that.
We have not had. Oh yeah, Smokey does not have it.
And you don't have water capacity.
I do have water capacity, actually.
Oh no, his tank is so much bigger.
I'm sorry, him.
Okay.
I have one of my favorite numbers when it comes to free foot, 168.
120.
Okay.
168 because it's next to 69.
Okay.
No, because it's an adorable little pinwheeler.
Can I ask out of curiosity, what is your loco base ID?
4918.
I'm glad I didn't call it 5983.
Wow,
Yeah, I knew that.
In the same
pretty
ballpark,
low.
at
Yeah.
least.
Yes.
I knew it was going to be a gamble, so I didn't call it.
Yeah,
Okay.
me too.
Style points, guys. What do you guys got? I mean, they're in terms of fixings, they're fairly similar locomotives.
Uh,
Well, the obvious. I'm Peter Sam.
I also appeared in a children's book.
We both have media appearances.
Yeah.
Can Holy War get a style point for the cube buffers?
No.
I did also.
But cube.
I was also intermittently fitted with in preservation. I was fitted with actual proper buffers also.
Cube.
So I have worn real buffers.
Okay.
Cube.
Good to know.
Oh, I have the smoke box start.
Yeah. Oh, you do, and Edward Thomas doesn't. That's interesting. I would not have expected that.
I have a headlamp holder on my engine, so I can be
You both have headlamp holders.
Yes.
Okay.
We both do that.
There was a experiment done to me where I was fitted with a Geisel
Diesel.
ejector.
Ejector.
Yes.
What the heck is
You
that?
do have, it's a fancy funnel that make you steam better, basically.
Oh, okay.
Hold on,
I swear they had a Thomas and Friends plot for this.
Yeah, I was gonna
They
say.
did, yes.
Yeah.
This was a plot point in Thomas.
I'm trying to remember the George Carlin edit for that. I need to rewatch all of those.
Can I get a style point for my craft name being the Tattoo Craft?
What?
I gotta say,
Why
yeah,
is it called the
my model is the Tattoo Craft.
Well,
on
I mean, that's kind of cool.
That
but
it's
why?
different than the Rio Grande where you have the Craft 50 whatever.
Yeah, but Hem also is like the Alice class, which we love Alice. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to the Well There's Your Problem live show if I get the chance.
Godspeed.
Yeah. I don't know. You guys are very similar engines.
I was withdrawn in 1967.
Yeah, 488 for me.
Okay, yeah, Holy War.
And I was also built first, which means I was withdrawn later, and I also had a significantly longer service career.
Yeah, what do you know? The war wasn't over by Christmas.
Unfortunately.
All right, well, it's 14 to 12. Is there anything else you guys can think of?
Can you both get a style point for not just being painted, just like basic black or something?
I mean, I'm not gonna just give them both a point for the hell of it. I will call it a tie.
I've also been painted red.
Soviet Anthem drop.
Oh wait, well hold on.
Oh, I have a model. I have a Bachmann model.
Oh.
I'm sure that I have one too.
What about
painted red with the blood of your enemies? I like just the burlap sacks of coal.
Carrying his coal
Actually,
in the
I don't know if there was a mass produced. Was there a mass produced?
Oh, I found the Kring's models. Okay,
Was there a mass produced Edward Thomas model? I don't know if there was.
Yeah, in what should I call it? Cheat Scale Guide Steam.
Oh, cool.
Oh.
Which is barely larger than the original. Or barely smaller, rather.
Oh yeah, there you go.
It's a G-Scale Live Steam model. Those are so freaky to me.
That looks so derpy.
Well.
Yeah. But it is mass produced.
Oh, I was the last. Hold on.
It runs off of alcohol too. Nice.
I was the last steam locomotive to remain operational in the North Wales Slate Quarry. I was one of the last quarry engines in North Wales. Well, the last quarry engine in North Wales.
Oh, okay. Sure. Alright, I'm going to call it there. Holy War wins by 2 points, 15 to 13.
I'll take that. that was a good battle.
13.
Yes. Good game.
Good game with some adorable engines.
And I'm definitely going to vote for Holy War.
Wait, is this a mechanical lubricator on Holy War?
It looks like like they both have mechanical lubricators.
It's just that I would not expect them. I would not expect Holy War to have one.
The wonky valve gear on Edward Thomas seems to actuate a mechanical lubricator of some kind. So, yeah, they both have it, which is hilarious.
Does Edward Thomas have air brakes?
Does Edward Thomas have what?
Air brakes.
Oh yes, Edward Thomas has air brakes.
Well, okay, fine.
It's quietly hoping no one would bring that up.
15 to 14 then. Who are we voting for?
Well, one has roar in the name, so I kind of like that.
War, what is it good for?
War's a good for.
God damn it, Milky.
I don't know.
Well, We got 2
I,
votes.
I like Edward Thomas because I don't know what the hell it was, but I loved Peter Sam as a kid. Like my favorite character, or one of.
Peter Sam was pretty cool. All right, let's talk about some other cool stuff. We've got some discussion topics. Jader,
let's go from the Welsh 2-foot into the Welsh 2-foot.
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, from the Taliclin side, which is 2 foot 3 inches, they've had a couple updates. They're working on a coach. They're making slow progress on Dalgok. They're testing alternative Dalgok. I think that's how you pronounce it.
I've heard Dolgok, but same difference.
Gawk and Bolt.
Yeah, I'm not Welsh, so I'm just yeah. They're they're number 2. They're little that really old 040. They're making progress on that. They're testing an alternative. They're using an alternative coal currently because between coal shortages in Britain and wanting to find more green alternatives to coal.
It's yellow coal.
Yeah, they said it takes more to get the train. It takes more of it for a run, and it has sort of an acrid smell. But they're testing it out, and they've finished some sort of car. I did not catch the details though. On the, I'm gonna butcher this, Festiniog side.
Yeah.
They have towed Mountaineer, which is a 1916 War Department Alco, from Boston lot shops to Porthmadog Harbor Station to raise money for its restoration.
Yeah, they towed it. By towed it, you just mean they got like 20 people in a rope to physically drag the thing.
They just physically drag the thing. They got 20 people in a rope and just physically drag the thing, which is, when you've got 2 foot.
It is one of the funniest things I've ever seen. This video is absolutely priceless.
Right.
And also, I mean, you look at this thing, and it's like, yeah, that's an American engine on Welsh 2-foot. And it's so... Like, it's, what's the word? It's like cognitive dissonance just by looking at the thing. Especially in the front, it's such an Alco.
Right. Yeah. It's very much... And they have modified it over the years to make it more suitable to their needs, but it is definitely like an American engine. The number plate is something they put on it. Like, it didn't wear that it didn't wear the number plate or the headlight during the war. But
just what locomotive is it? Oh, it's the Alco.
Yeah, and I have your Alco
on the side of the headlight. Yeah, Jader. Yeah, but is this a green clean air Alco? Kevon, please rate and discuss.
Yeah. It took the volunteers 19 minutes and 37 seconds to haul the locomotive, and they averaged 4 miles per hour.
That's actually really respectable.
Yeah, that is.
But what was their full tractive effort?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna, in the next batch of trading cards, which, coming soon, we're gonna have just 20 Welsh people as a trading card, as a helper card.
20 Welsh dudes.
Also, I wanted to say this when we wrapped up with Locomotive Versus. Many of you may know that we're doing a double header bracket, so this is a 2v2 Locomotive Versus game type, and we're going to be doing an 8-team bracket. If you're interested, grab a friend, grab some locomotives, and use the sign-up sheet in announcements in the Discord server. So
come fight against Eastrail and me. Yeah. Either we will lose in the first round or make it to the finale. This goes no other way.
Yeah. I'm going to bring a Q2 and S1. Come at me.
Kevon, do it. We have, I think, 3 teams registered so far. So we've got plenty of room for people to come in with their memes and, possibly good combos.
Here's the problem with bringing a Q2 and an S1. You got to get to 30 points to make it to style points, and there's no way you make it to 30 points on just like power stats.
Yeah, no.
Well, first of all, you have to realize if you don't bring anything that isn't a compound cylinder locomotive, you just throw away points. I just get all of them.
Bring bog crane. Yeah.
Yes, do it.
Q2 not a compound.
Q2 is not a compound.
Not a compound, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Oh, I also correct myself. We now have 4 teams signed up.
Oh boy.
So this is happening. Yep. There's Frisco and Mopac.
Oh boy.
Oh, and they've got some engines. All right, all right. I like these team combinations so far. There's two teams so far that I think are like doing really well, and 2 teams that like I feel like they've made some interesting choices, but I still think they'll they definitely have a good thing going on.
Please name the 2 teams
Absolutely
that you were referring to.
But the team that just signed up is called Small Town Capice. We have them,
Awesome.
the Nut Jobs, North by Northwest, and Ellis's Progeny.
North by Northwest.
Yeah,
Ellis's progeny.
yeah,
Who could that be?
yeah.
Okay. Well, there's going to be another one after this podcast.
Yeah. Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Oh no.
We're getting closer to the 8 teams we need. We're gonna be recording those all in advance, so we'll work around people's schedules to record them, and then they'll be coming out basically the Wednesdays in October, which hopefully will be the same time the trading cards are on sale. But we'll see how that turns out. Anyway, yeah. So there's the 2-foot update. Jader, do you want to do your Amtrak stuff before you have to run out the door?
Yes. So, Amtrak. All right.
Train good, car bad.
Yes, train good, car bad. People want more Amtrak.
People like trains.
All around the country, there are efforts to bring more Amtrak service and improve service where it already exists, and bring new service to places where it isn't. So, starting off in the void that is Ohio, except for Athens. Athens is base as fuck. Everything else, it's all right. Kind of the void. But anyway,
Okay.
Cleveland.
They're not Detroit.
Basically, they want to expand service at the Cleveland Amtrak station to allow for daytime trips, because currently the station is only open between midnight and 8 a.m. to serve the Lakeshore and Capital Limited that come through.
The worst train station.
I know,
did not
the
sign
Cleveland
up-
Amtrak station sucks so much.
Well, I didn't even get to go in it. All I did was get crying kids in business class.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
Detroit gets more than like 2 trains a day, and they're not at midnight. Okay, Cleveland.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least we're not Cleveland.
We need like the space race, except it's major cities getting more trains.
This is what transit Twitter wants.
Yes,
Yes.
please.
This is what the libs want.
This is I mean, unironically, yes.
Yeah. But the libs basically everybody that's not, that's a tangent. Anyway,
Train
okay.
good.
Yeah.
All right, so now to the land of our beloved Tyler in Arizona. The Pima County Board of Supervisors has passed a resolution
A revolution.
to develop
Soviet anthem drop.
Amtrak
They
Revolution.
passed a resolution to develop an Amtrak route between Tucson and Phoenix.
Yes.
Ooh.
Let's see, from what I understand, there currently isn't any passenger service between the 2 cities.
No, and I
Correct.
think is Tucson just sort of hanging out to I mean, Phoenix doesn't have anything.
No, I thought Tucson had
Yeah.
the
Wait.
sunset.
Tucson has the
Isn't
sunset,
it-
and Phoenix has the station 40 miles from Phoenix. It's garbage. It's real bad.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's got a lot of support. The board that passed this, along with 11 other mayors across southern Arizona, are all behind Amtrak bringing more service to the area.
Honestly, that's just so good. I really love the groundswell of Amtrak support that's just sort of begun to appear.
I haven't heard much about the cross Ohio stuff. I'm gonna have to look that up.
No, I know, and you really hope this stuff doesn't just like appear and then disappear.
It's like we did something, and
Yeah, it's
Well, the
we
thing is-
want this. We want it.
I'm still so pissed.
It-
Hey, we're gonna give Ohio money. Oh, we're not going to do this. Okay, it goes back, and then I think the money ended up going to like North Carolina or something to develop their Amtrak, which is fine. But
And, yeah, at least it got put to good use. I mean, North Carolina's trains are pretty legit for North Carolina.
That's the one problem with Amtrak, though. They have no equipment. And they're getting rid of equipment without replacing the equipment already.
Well, and they
Hey,
keep
guys.
putting equipment in the dirt.
Guys, breaking
Yeah.
news.
Oh, no.
The
What?
MBTA RDCs are on fire.
Oh, my God!
Wait,
Oh,
wait a minute. What?
oh, we...
oh
Which,
my God.
wait, hold on.
Wait,
They're
is
gonna
it the
have to
orange?
narrow it down.
Is it the... It can't be the orange line. If it's the orange
No, it's
line...
RDCs. These are...
Oh.
Wait, do they,
I need to look
wait a
at...
minute.
Are they the ones that ORF?
Hold on.
Do they have RDCs?
These could be the
no.
ones outside of North State. Hold on, I'm trying to load the video right now. Because it just downloaded a file. I think I have virus.
Uh-oh.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Oh
Where the
my
heck is
God.
this?
Because the ones that we had out here got moved.
Wha-
It's just like pictures from underneath. I
How do you set everything on fire? It's not even wintertime.
think I have to
Perfectly.
assume that arson happened, but
The bridge almost looks like a Portland bridge.
yeah, I was gonna say that doesn't look like. Hold on, now I need to go to maps. I'm gonna replay this.
Can we? Dean posted the rules to that. What the fuck, Dean?
No, he was posting it for the person before it.
Okay.
Um,
Oh my
Okay.
god.
I think I know where these are if they aren't the ORF ones, because I just need to sort of I need to match the pillars with.
Because I know the ORF ones got moved to secure storage. Oh wait, but this just happened. It's not
Okay,
dark yet.
I found a tweet about this. Apparently it doesn't give a location, but it's
I think
Breaking news. Oh, okay.
Somerville. Where is Somerville?
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. I know exactly where these are. These are
Okay, so it is the Genuine.
these are just outside of North Station.
Okay.
You pass them when you take like the line towards. Honestly, you pass them when you're on the Downeaster. They are. I suspected these were actually not originally, but most recently belonging to the Mass Bay Railroad enthusiasts. I think this was their stuff that had been abandoned there for many years, because the Mass Bay Railroad enthusiasts used to be so big that they had their own commuter equipment. They had their own passenger equipment that they would use for rail tours.
Wow.
I suspected these were that. I have no idea if that's true, but they've been sitting there for as long as I can remember, and that's very upsetting that they've gone up in smoke.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
another
Jesus.
more RDCs bite the dust, I suppose. Which is we had another RDC thing. Who just bought the one up at Green Mountain? We had an article on that. Not like in Terminus news, but somebody made mention of it. Somebody just bought an RDC.
Troy, New Hampshire depot.
Yeah. Sorry, the Troy Historical Society. They bought one of the RDCs from the Green Mountain. They're stuffed in the back of the line there. Wow, that's such a shame.
Hopefully they have insurance.
I mean, they've been sitting there for decades, so
Yeah, that's an L.
About the
But
same
still,
condition as
it's
the ones that we have out here.
still you put MBTA and fire, and everyone
Yeah.
starts freaking out.
yeah, I like the MBTA is doing so hard to like fix everything and fix its
Yeah.
image. Meanwhile, the MBTA's abandoned stuff is just bursting into flames. It's like if the orange line can't catch on fire because the orange line is closed, something is going to burn.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, so there's more equipment. Amtrak could have bought this, and that's
Yeah.
more equipment that Amtrak could have had. Really, they
But
should just
Amtrak
buy
could have done
RCs.
this.
Yeah.
Just like Amtrak could have had FL9s.
Well, yeah. In the better timeline.
It didn't help that they caught on fire. that one time.
I know this would be like,
Uh-oh.
I mean, it costs a hell of a lot of money to do it, but I wonder if at least like the state funded services, would take like heritage quick, like like the Hoosier State where they ran like 1950s stock.
I mean, North Carolina
Oh well,
bought
that
two
was
circus trains to do that,
Yeah,
And
and
then
that's
abandoned
right.
them in the woods.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, the
and
other
then
thing
they
is-
caught fire.
yeah.
This is a theme
Iowa
here.
Iowa Pacific did the Hoosier State,
Yeah.
and we all know what
Iowa
happened with that.
Pacific. Ew. I mean, in fairness, the Iowa Pacific took it to its logical extreme and was using a pair of steam engines in the San Juan Valley just for, normal stuff. So,
No, that's not that. Yes, but you could also have. Hear me out. SD90 Max on passenger excursions.
Yes,
I'm like a 3-car train.
yes.
They did it. They had like two.
that's
That
like
works for
that's
me.
like asking Arnold Schwarzenegger to stock shelves.
Right.
Oh. Bye, come on.
Oh, Kevon's back.
On,
Hello?
on the idea of heritage equipment to run passenger trains, I think like 5, 6 years ago, Via was actually looking into using Bud RDCs they still had
Mhm.
to run extra trains
Oh boy.
around or between Windsor, Toronto, and Sarnia. Like in this area, they were looking into using Bud RDCs to do that. I guess they decided not to because around that time, the Heritage Railway around here got a bunch of RDCs painted in Via colors,
Huh.
and the service never
Also,
materialized.
speaking of painting, we have more breaking news.
Oh,
I'm
no.
not-
CSX is doing a thing.
I'm not
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna
But
touch
we'll
this.
save it.
I'm not even gonna touch this. We can talk about that next episode. It'll be a next episode.
I
It's
want
a-
to see this though.
It's a mantle thing.
Oh my.
But
No, not the thing that was posted in Terminus News. The thing that was posted in the foam pit.
uh-oh.
Can you
Oh!
post
CSX has a new Operation Lifesaver unit. I guess.
Now, how long before
Please hit
they
a car
murder
with
it? No. Remember, they took it to It went to
it?
Mexico,
Ooh.
and we know what happened in Mexico.
We're going to Mexico.
So you're saying it's just gonna be on blocks or what?
No, it's just not going to exist anymore.
Oh,
No, it's
gonna-
gonna run for the border with the Gold Coast fire.
Yeah, exactly.
It's gonna bury itself in the sand.
Yeah.
I kind of like it, except it's not going to stay clean for.
Yeah, no,
I
it's
guess
not.
I guess I'll show the audience considering we're talking about it. Hold on. It is pretty good looking. I'm not gonna lie,
It is sharp.
but
Yeah, it does
yeah,
look good.
you hit one deer and it's gonna have a front end that's just
Yeah.
red instead of bright white.
Or you go through 2 tunnels, and that white is gonna become black.
Yeah, I mean honestly, it looks like they're just doing an advertisement for Tide detergent up front.
Yeah.
Would you like your sparkly whites?
I kind of like it.
You don't paint a train white.
Yeah,
Once
the,
you're
the New
German.
York and New England figured that one
Sue
out.
line be like,
Okay, so anyway, Jader, Amtrak.
yeah, Amtrak. Okay, cool. Right. Let's see. So as of on July 1st, Amtrak Cascades announced that they're going to be returning service back up to Canada.
Hey, I can take
So-
the trains.
It's September now.
Yeah.
I don't know if they've
I
actually
don't know
done
if they've done it.
I don't know if they've done it either.
But what they have done is brought the Maple Leaf back across Canada, or back to going across the border to Canada, as of July 27th.
All right, that's good.
Let's see. Down in Roanoke, they had they got a second train going to and from Roanoke, or from Roanoke to DC.
Mm-hmm.
They also are the Virginia Passenger Rail Authority Board also said that ridership has rebounded to 2019 levels. so it justified the second train.
I think Virginia hit like a record of passenger train ridership this year as well, which is crazy and awesome.
Yeah,
Hold it and they'll come.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Unless that it is Wickford Junction, because nobody uses that station.
Build it and they'll come, and also people will ride it.
yeah. People love trains.
God damn it.
All right, let's see. And then the big one that I want to talk about here, because there's a lot of stuff. Okay, Amtrak unveiled an infrastructure plan to transform their Chicago operations. I'm just going to hit on the highlights here, and then we can go into detail about some of them maybe. But let's see. One of the things they want to do is have direct access from the St. Charles airline to Chicago Union Station.
Okay.
From what I understand, the airline it flies over something. I think one of the lines leading out of Union Station flies over it.
Yeah, it's it's the railroad that they are building in a direct line from Chicago to New York.
Yeah, the
Gary
New
Railways.
Chicago airline. Yeah.
Let's see. They want to acquire property for storage and display service functions. So I guess to store stuff. Cool. They want to rebuild a connection between the airline and Metro Rock Island District and build a new platform in Joliet. I love this picture. They're using Amtrak. A touring Lincoln service train uses the 5-mile-an-hour connection between Metro's Rock Island District and St. Charles Airline. Oof. Let's see. The Chicago Union Station mail platform. They want to reactivate it.
Yay, mail. For mail or for something else?
Let's see.
Because, mail train's good, but I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. It actually is a shame. There's the
I
giant.
guess it's for high level boarding.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we have a giant post office here that had rail access in Providence, and that spur half of it exists. And I just think about if Amtrak, by some miracle, were to ever get a mail contract again, so much of the infrastructure to handle that mail is gone, and that's very sad.
Amtrak RPOs, please.
Yeah.
Amtrak should have never since it's a government agency, it should always have had the USPS contract.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's the USPS rules that precluded it from being able to do that. I think Amtrak was just a what's the word? An acceptable collateral damage casualty. The mail contract was collateral damage of the post office trying to get its stuff in order, which is a shame. Because it was nice to have the trains do good things beyond carrying passengers.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Let Amtrak do cool stuff again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my entire political platform.
The only MAGA I'll support is make Amtrak great again.
Exactly. Make
The other one
Amtrak great
fuck it.
again.
Anyway,
And you know how we can make Amtrak great again?
Oh boy.
Money.
by renovating the Union Station train shed.
No, by running overnight trains.
Oh, I have
because,
something for this.
Yeah.
I have something for this. That I've I know that's Europe that you're talking about, right? But
yes,
we got given an article, 2 articles actually, on a proposed Montreal to Boston overnight train. Which I'll just throw this in. I'll just throw it in Jader's thing because it's tangentially related, and Jader's spot is empty now, so that we can all click on the article if you want to see.
Oh, I saw this the other day. I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
Please.
So
Yeah.
first phase would see the introduction of a Montreal to Sherbrooke commuter service.
Well, the year was 1778.
Which stops in a bunch of towns that I'm not going to try to pronounce, and Farnham.
Because they're French.
Yes. So, Also, the first image in the video is an image of a 240 with
Yeah.
a 2-axle tender, and what the hell is that?
The adorable boy.
Which
Yeah.
article?
The article that I just posted.
The Montreal Gazette.
What?
Or sorry, and
Where?
it's underneath my.
Where is this?
Sorry, it's underneath
where is this
Jader. It says
240?
Montreal-Boston in the list of discussion topics, but it would go via Montreal and Sherbrooke, and then it would turn south and cross the border into Vermont, and then cut east across New Hampshire, stopping in Berlin and Gorham, and then into Maine, Bethel, Auburn, a stop in Portland, a stop at Old Orchard Beach, a stop at Durham in New Hampshire again, and then into Boston. It would be a 14-hour trip.
14-hour cruise.
A 14-hour trip, most of which would be overnight. So, you'd probably leave at, you leave at 7 o'clock p.m. from Montreal, and you arrive at 9 a.m. in Boston.
This would be, I would find this outstanding, especially if they finally, wait, it stops in Portland?
Yeah, it stops in Portland.
Oh my god, this would be, this would be absolutely perfect if VIA got its act together, got high-speed rail to Montreal, and they instituted this.
Yeah, then you could take the train to 2-foot.
I could take the train to Portland, and I don't know, 2-foot.
Take the train to the train.
Oh, we got more 2-foot news. That's right, and it wasn't even added as a thing. This was posted in the Iron Horseman earlier. I think, where'd it go? I lost it. Tyler posted something.
Tyler showed this to me.
Yeah.
And I wasn't sure if this was supposed to be information that I don't talk about. I wasn't sure if this was room information.
I don't know where it went.
But I love this.
It was
this
posted,
is so good.
It was posted somewhere. Now I can't find it. I don't know if it was deleted or if I'm just blind.
Hold on. I've got it. Tyler posted it in 4 foamers, and we don't talk much. We don't talk too much there. It's not buried. Okay, here it is.
Yeah, this was in something, which I will probably see, because I assume it's going to get mailed to me as a member.
Going south.
The WWF proposing a
they're going on water.
Extension,
that's nuts.
Which in past, in OG WWF, it just went in a straight line through this lake, pretty much. And now they want to go around, which I think is lame. But basically, they're going to build
a bridge over the lake.
I've heard this one before.
Well, here's the thing: is that the original right of way, if you wanted to do that, you have to basically build an embankment across 900 feet of open water.
Yes.
And also a bunch of people's properties are there. A bunch of people's houses are there now.
Fuck them.
It's called eminent domain because the WWF is considered a railroad.
It would be cooler if they took the original. While it would be cooler from a historical standpoint if they took the original right of way, it's probably going to be way easier to just go up and around on a new alignment.
Yeah, that'd be like telling Sumter Valley to build through the reservoir.
Also, you're still in the woods. You pass through a nice, as they point out, it keeps the historical fabric they're trying to maintain. You're passing through the woods instead of passing through some dude's backyard.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Yeah. If they don't build it in a dead straight line, how are they going to do 60 with 11?
You just send it.
Yeah.
Just full send it.
What you do is you get to the longest straight track you have. You come into it, going as fast as you reasonably can, and then you just pour it.
Is 2 miles enough for 60 to make for 11 to make 60?
I mean, this whole stretch was where apparently they would give it all of these beans. So, yeah, maybe.
But I want this. I think my favorite part of this whole little informational pamphlet is that they say, where is it? It's somewhere in here. Experience strong presence. Sheepscott is a line side destination. All in the center, top of mountain and Trout Brook, and perhaps someday head tide.
Yeah.
Each WWF station has its unique characteristics. I love that, and perhaps someday had time. Like, we don't know if we'll make it, but god damn it, give
It's
us
like
enough time and money and we'll gun for it.
maybe I mean once they cross one road, the doors are open. You know.
Yeah.
Uh,
Then they can cross anything.
yeah, Albion or bust.
Albion or bust.
Let's make it to Farmington.
I've been to. Did we go to the
Make
Albion?
Albion great again.
Did we go to the Albion station on Apollo or no? I can't remember.
I don't think we did. I don't
I
remember
think we
doing
did.
that.
Yeah, I've been there once. It's way out there. It's not as way out there as like the SR&R, as Phillips.
Yeah.
But it's Maine is like an onion, and it's varying layers of you can't get there from here.
Right.
The furthest one being the Eagle Lake locomotives, because goddamn.
Yeah.
Yep. It's just so far away.
But anyway, to go back to this thing for a second, proponents suggest a one-way Montreal to Boston ticket would cost about $200. There'd be a market of up to 1,000 riders daily between Sherbrooke and Boston, the analysis said, but promoters say they envisage an overnight train with a capacity of 120 passengers in sleeper cars and another 70 in coach seating. Most of the route would be on existing freight tracks, blah, 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 blah. The balls that would never drop again. I don't actually think it doesn't exactly go by there, but it goes close, if I remember right. This proposed routing, because Maine, for the longest time, has wanted to run this train to Montreal out of Portland and over the Mountain Division. So, literally directly out of Portland and then up through North Conway, through the Crawford Notch, and pretty much directly by the balls, and then out to the north. But this would be bypassing that altogether. It would go through Berlin, and then Groveton it would turn north, and then cross the border near Cotacook. I don't know if that's French or what. But point is, there's multiple ways to do it. This is the one that they're talking about springing for right now because it requires the least problems. That being, namely the Mountain Division and the Conway Scenic being barriers. So, but yeah, the Montreal to Sherbrooke train is getting talked about a lot in Canada, it seems, in the local regions there, and the U.S. side, the tracks, it is said, would need less upgrading than on the Canadian side, because they're already built up to a reasonable standard.
That's rare.
I know, that is rare. It would stop at Old Orchard Beach, like I said. The resort town's current station, which has connections to Portland and Boston, is steps away from the beach. And there was... Yeah, there's going to be a thing that's held at Cotacook about like this whole plan. Yeah, point is train good, car bad. So, yeah. This would be really cool. I would love to see this. I would love to see more night trains popping up in various places. And I know that that's basically Amtrak in a lot of cases. We just talked about how Cleveland gets 2 trains a day in the middle of the night.
I don't understand how California has gone so long without having at least 5 times a day San Jose Bay Area all the way down to LA.
Yeah.
They use buses.
There's no freight service on that, like
The coast
No,
line,
well,
they don't really use anything.
Salinas segment.
They used to have a ton of fruit trains, but
everything goes through Bakersfield.
Yeah.
But even then, they used to be out of Salinas, not LA.
Yeah, and that's... I mean, I think the thing holding it back is just that there's a lot of... What is that? That's a lot of single track through there, and some really interesting infrastructure. There are a couple of, it looks like freight spurs way out there, but I'm sure those are just a couple of locals that serve that. And, yeah...
I feel like the state could pay for that. It would do so much because the drive down is awful.
Yeah, honestly, even if it was just more than once a day, you know, just more than
Yeah, and
once.
the thing is the coast. So you have the Coast Starlight
Hmm.
leaves LA in the morning. It gets to, or it leaves at 9 o'clock. Gets to Oakland around, I want to say 10 p.m.
Hmm.
It takes 12. I mean, California's big, but that
It's a lot of meandering along the coast, which is the problem, and that's probably why they only have the one train because it's a long distance, but it takes so long. That
But
said,
even
doing
the
that as a night
Bakersfield,
train would be like perfect.
yes, do like multiple night trains. Just send them all down.
Send them. I mean, I feel like that just
Just
is one long train.
I mean,
well,
if
send.
you think about it, if okay, you don't have to worry about passing sightings if everything's going one direction.
that's true.
Okay, but here's the problem is that, you know, then you're operating commuter trains, which
Well,
suck.
what if
Like,
someone wants to go? Let's say it goes LA to, uh, Oakland. What if somebody wants to go the other way? Then you need passing sightings.
Well,
right,
you
exactly.
just send one long train a night in each direction. You just have an overnight train, and that's good. And then you just meet them in the middle. Like there's a passing sighting in here somewhere. You know,
Why is my neighbor
this
down
is
there?
hundreds of miles of railroad. It's not all single track. They're not building railroads like the Bacon line out here.
Yeah. What you should do is you should have like platoons of trains, send one 10 minutes after the other, and just like, uh, if you see a guy in front of you stopped, hit the brakes, I guess, and cross your fingers.
Yeah, platoons of trains 10 minutes apart, and they're all just trains comprised of two RDCs.
Yes.
Uh,
Or train you from my line, please.
that's literally Boston and Maine strats,
Yep.
as as chronicled by a guy who was operating a manual crossing in North Boston at that time.
You guys, you gotta get them headways.
Crank the gates all the way down, crank them back up, sit down, get up, crank them down, in with you know wait 30 seconds, get up again, crank the gates down again. But yeah, so commuter rail isn't bad, but it can be better. That said,
Except for if you have them in Florida.
well, then commuter rail is just a little murdery.
Yeah.
Apparently, a Sunrail train hit a car.
Oof.
I don't think. And it killed a person.
Also,
But the
normal.
thing is,
Oh.
the gates were down,
Yeah.
and you can clearly see in the footage that they just rammed through the gates and
Florida
got hit by the train.
man.
Florida man.
This is a problem because now Sunrail is gonna get a taste for blood.
Yeah.
Well, Sunrail's waiting, but
It's
around the same time,
it's like the US. It's like the RMS Olympic. It has a
Yeah.
taste for blood.
Yes.
well,
Keeps attacking
Brightline has a
tugboats.
taste for blood and hit and killed a pedestrian.
Of course. But pedestrians, they've got to be careful because a train can
Yeah.
appear anywhere with no
Yeah,
warning.
It's like the one movie with the
I-
BC rail.
Frigate.
Yeah, what is that? Wrongfully
Yeah,
Frigate
accused.
Express.
Yeah.
Where's
Unrelated, I guess, for what we're talking about currently, but I tried to find something recent on the Ohio Amtrak. The most recent thing I could find that talks about service or something is May. So
Well,
Oof.
soon
I
to
don't
you.
know.
I mean that sounds about right for.
Hey,
I just hope with all the Intel stuff coming in, they do something other than build more road.
listen, primary elections are coming up. For some people, they've already happened. Take stock of the candidates in your local elections and vote for transit. That's all I can say.
I'm gonna fucking do that.
I mean, to the audience, vote for whoever you want, but my stance is vote for transit. Just make sure you go out and vote. It's your God-given duty as a person who lives in a democracy.
I personally say that there are a lot of things you should vote on, but luckily a lot of the people who tend to be good on issues, in my opinion, also support transit. So
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm a single-issue voter, and that issue is Amtrak, but I might be the only one of those. Point is, just go vote. Make your voice heard. The only thing worse than getting just the one vote is not getting a vote at all, I suppose. For those who are like, oh, my single vote doesn't matter. Yeah, well, it matters less if you don't use it.
Right.
Right. Go vote. Preferably for people who aren't crusty and depraved.
Preferably for things that are based, but...
Excuse me?
No, we weren't talking about you, Kevon. We weren't talking about you.
No. I am starting my election campaign. All cars, no transit.
Well,
I'm not voting for Kevon.
Kevon is in fact crusty.
I love you, Kevon, but I'm not doing that. I'm not voting for you for that. No.
And there goes my election campaign. Sorry, folks. See you next time.
I am withdrawing from the campaign. I would like to endorse Hillary Clinton.
Mission failed. We'll get him next time.
Okay. Let's see. What else is there in the news?
I'm probably gonna dip.
All right. Okay, go ahead and write a termination and DM me your guess for latest train on Amtrak.
Okay. I put a termination in. I did a Q&A on 90704. It turned out really, really well. People loved it. Go find it on the Hocking Valley social media pages.
Oh, okay. We're just on our own, I guess.
Adios.
See ya.
See you, Trader.
All right. So I guess... Oh.
Sorry, I just wanted to say real quick, because we'll come around to it when we do latest train on Amtrak, but what the Empire Builder doing? I'm going to take a snip of this really quick.
I almost pulled up the map on instinct and then went, oh, that's cheating. Don't do that.
Wait, now you're just trying to tell us to choose the Empire Builder, I feel.
No, it's not that late. It's just doing something weird.
Is it off the track? Then they might be taking a detour.
No, it's taking a detour, all right. It's taking a detour via Portland.
What the fuck?
Wait, you mean to... Wait, is it going...
It's going south.
Wait.
Oh,
so
I wonder...
You're telling me that I can go catch the builder?
I mean, yes?
Yes, go, run.
Right now, Milky. Go.
Wait, well, no, I don't know about that, Milky. I don't think it's going to come to you. It's probably going to take a
Is it running on the Locomotive?
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's going... The section between Seattle and Spokane, I think, is
probably a charger died, and they're swapping out power. Or because they've done it before. So they've sent the train down because something died in the Seattle, in the Portland section. So they'll take stuff from Seattle down to Portland.
Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, that's possibly true.
Darn.
Alright, anyway. So you were talking about commuter rail.
Commuter rail. So I guess we can talk about the MBTA trolleys. They're getting new trolleys. Hopefully ones that won't catch on fire. They are very green.
No, the trolleys were never the fire problem. The trolleys just ran into each other a lot.
Yeah,
but the thing is, you never know. One thing catches on fire, something else will catch on fire.
I don't like these.
I don't love them either, but you know what? More equipment is good.
The front looks like it's trying to. It looks like it's trying to look like a smart device.
Yeah.
Or like a.
I mean, it is smart.
It makes me think of like a whale or something. Like a large aquatic
mammal. It looks like a worm.
Or a worm. Yeah.
But it's gross.
I mean, at least they're upgrading.
At least they're upgrading.
Where are they from? CAF USA.
So CAF, I believe they are a division of Siemens, right?
Oh, okay.
Uh,
I mean, the Type 7s are the cool ones. I like the Type 7s.
actually, the Type 1, no,
The Kinky Shario.
Oh no, okay. Never mind.
What are they?
I think they're their own lane.
They're Italian.
Oh, okay.
Ah.
Pizza time.
Mamma mia.
10 out of 10, still better than Boeing.
Where's the pictures of the MBTA Boeing cars? They're around.
These
Yep.
look way longer than the old ones.
Oh,
huh?
yeah. The green line needs some capacity, especially when they shut down the orange line for a month, which that's almost over. We're getting there. The pain is
But will
almost
they
over.
be finished?
Probably not. But you know what? Godspeed. Whatever you need to
let's-
do, rip the damn band-aid off, fix the trains, stop things from catching on fire, please.
But
It's
wouldn't
just
it
a normal
be?
day.
Would you rather lose the line for a month or lose it for like an hour a day, and also maybe your train catches on fire?
Yeah. I mean, it is normal. That's the frightening part.
Yeah.
Other news. So, Bart is having their 50th anniversary celebration.
Yay!
Yeah.
Yay, Bart. Rapido is making very expensive sets
Of
that you
course
can
they
buy
are.
of Bart.
Yeah.
They look cool, and our favorite rail company that doesn't make models that we want, Walthers, could have done these, and I expect them to announce a release soon.
All right.
Isn't Bart like some weird gauge?
Yeah, it's like 5'6".
It's
Yeah.
yeah.
It's
That's why they aren't going to be restored in one on the main line at Western Railway.
yeah. It's thick.
Yeah.
Shout out to the guy who's like, but can't they run California high-speed rail on the Bart tracks?
Yeah.
Well, they
Yeah.
can for about 20 feet.
I mean, just rebuild the Sacramento Northern and you got half of it.
That's the other thing. So, California High Speed Rail, they'll be using Caltrans, right? Caltrans, they spent a bunch of money upgrading the Caltran for electrification.
Yep.
They are not doing grade separations. Most of it is grade separated, but still, when you have high-speed trains, somebody's
Yep.
going to get hurt.
Listen, I'm sure that this will be. I'm sure there won't be a problem.
Nah. Not at all.
Yeah, nothing could go wrong.
I hope not, but it's not in Florida,
will
so we have
California
some
man
hope.
be smarter than Florida man?
Well, you never hear
Uh,
about California commuters hitting someone, so
Mm,
I
we'll
guess.
see.
Also, BART has announced a $50 million grant for projects supporting housing development at 3 stations. So.
Which is incredibly
Which is
smart.
great.
Yeah,
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 that's the way
So
to
they've
do
been-
it.
they've been planning this for a
awesome.
long time, but the thing is, everybody goes through environmental review. Everything goes
Yeah.
through environmental reviews.
Yep.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
people have started to use environmental reviews for like, hey, I don't want this project to go through, yada yada yada. So there was a housing development, I think 5 years ago, that was announced to be built by a DART station. It kept going through environmental reviews because someone didn't want it to get built.
Wow.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So yeah. Let's see. Anything else? Oh, Coaster 2103 has been saved and is now at the PSRM.
Yay!
So we have a coaster. I believe we have 2 Coaster F40s
Yes.
that are being preserved,
Two or free.
which
Ooh.
is quite a lot more than I thought from a commuter railroad.
Yeah,
that's
it's good.
Yeah, they
preserve
don't.
F40s. It's cool
Yeah,
and based.
even it.
I mean-
Even
Well,
if
they don't-
are just as hell
Or just give
Yeah,
them to
it's
Metra.
just a show. Well,
because California is weird and fucky with how they donate stuff.
They'll appear on Ozark Mountain Rail Car, and then Metro will buy them.
Yeah. I need to rewatch that episode. Damn, it's been a while.
Which episode was
Which
it?
That was
episode?
the Caltrans or the Caltrain episode of
Oh,
Malaysia
yeah.
Problem.
Yeah, that's a good one. I should rewatch that.
I All right.
Maybe Metra might be so short on power they try and buy the new SW1000 from Orf.
Yeah, go ahead. Talk to us about Orf.
So Orf saved a Burlington Northern SW1000, which is a rare bird. It was the last cabined Fritzer in the Portland area. And it's actually the same locomotive that helped to move their stuff from the roundhouse to where they are now. And despite what it says on the side of the engine, it's not Great Northern. BNSF ran out of numbers, so they called it Great Northern.
What? They ran out of numbers?
Yes.
You ran out of numbers.
So when they ran out of numbers, they put Great Northern on stuff.
Why?
Okay, but again,
Why?
how do you...
That's not the only thing that they've done.
How do you run out of numbers?
Well, they have so many locomotives because they don't get rid. See, BNSF is like the one.
They had 10,000 locomotives.
Here's the thing: you add another number. This is how numbers work.
No, not in BNSF. The Buffett Warren billionaire said no.
Buffett Warren billionaire said numbers only go to 9999. There's nothing higher than that.
Yeah.
And people go, but what about your bank account? And he says, don't look at that.
There's 10,000 possible combinations of 4-digit numbers.
In the Terminus, this is also a thing.
No way.
What is this? What is this?
It's a switcher.
This looks like the locomotive I drew when I was 5.
Who gave this man a buzz cut?
Yeah. Oh wait, yes, the SD9.
Why is it 6-axle?
SD9.
Oh, who
These
hurt
are
you?
shut down SD9s that have been mutilated.
So BN doesn't get rid of things.
Also BN.
Also, I like how it's just there's so much cursed about this locomotive. This is so bad.
That's the other thing about numbers is that there's 10,000 possible combinations, not including 3 digits or like you're doing here 2 digits. You've got like 10,800 possible combinations of numbers without adding a 5th digit.
Hey,
why do you
also,
have to call it Great Northern?
You could go into you can play 4D chess here and add a letter.
Exactly.
You can do like hexadecimal road numbers. That'd be really cursed, and now I want to write up a fictional that does hexadecimal road numbers.
I mean, the whole thing with the SAR is that they, what they did with their narrow gauge locomotives is just put NG as a prefix to their. Yeah. So all of their 2-foot is like NG1.
Yeah, but that actually makes sense. This is it's not like it's operating on just the.
Okay, what UP does is they have UPY, so UP yard. Yeah. So they have a ton of locomotives, but they can use like 1,000 or 10,000 locomotives for UP yard.
All I can say is UPY.
But do you want to know where it gets funny? Is that like the NG1 class is actually like NG20 and NG21, and there was a bunch of things that didn't get classified under the system. Because they were holdovers for previous government railroads that they just officially classified. So, like, the one numbered NG1 wasn't an NG1. It never received an NG designation.
I really do love the way, like, the artifacts that appear in numbering sequences over time. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah. Anyway, it's going to be restored by Wick Franklin Corporation.
Alright.
In Lebanon, Oregon. Which is nice. They own the Albany and Eastern Railroad and do a whole bunch of other stuff. They redid our track, which I forgot to talk about under my stuff, but I ran over it today on the trolley and wow.
Yeah?
It's a good ride.
Nice.
And we were doing track speed the entire time, except for the curbs.
Very cool.
But anyway, so that's not the only thing happening at Orf. They dug a big pit. They buried the ghost of farmers past.
The pit of death.
It'll come back.
But no, the Brooklyn turntable, which was the one that they had at the Roundhouse, is getting put in there sometimes.
Where was that originally from? Was that from Burnham?
No, it was from Portland.
Oh, okay.
Portland is SP's yard, or was SP's yard. They didn't want to call it Portland because we're SP and we name stuff differently.
Okay.
Which was built different.
Plus, it was we're SP. We're quirky.
Plus, it was a separate town at one point before Portland got huge.
Yeah. Meanwhile, SP with their Santa Fe types. Oh, I'm sorry. Do you mean Decapod 2?
I mean, to be fair, there wasn't a Decapod on the railroad at the time.
That doesn't make that's no excuse. That's like the PRR deciding to call like the Q2 wheel arrangement a northern because they don't have one.
No, and the Q2 would be a.
I'm sorry, they called the Q2 what?
No, they didn't.
Q2 is a 10-wheeler.
It's a 10-wheeler.
Yeah, it's a 2.
I mean, technically not wrong.
It does have 10 wheels. It has more than 10, but it does have 10.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Checks out.
Wait, do you mean the T1 and not the Q2?
I meant either. I meant anything. Yeah. Just saying, we don't have one of those, so we're going to use that name the way we want to use that name.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Which is stupid.
It's like how every railroad had to be extra and name a northern something different, except...
Yeah. It's a Niagara. No, it's a... What were some
Pocono.
of the other inventive ones? Yeah,
Pocono. Confederation.
Dixie. I think
Dixie,
that was another one. I had a list of it back in the day. I wonder if it's still in my text complete on my phone, because I had it set up to do that.
Nice. But anyway,
wow.
We have 4 different articles here on the Malimoisei going home to Portland.
Yeah, this was a popular topic, it turns out.
Yeah, originally it was donated to OMSI, which is the museum, Oregon Museum of Science and Industry.
Mm-hmm.
So it's gone full circle over the years, and it's finally coming back. Plus, they can run it on the track at Orf, and not
mango gobbles.
Plus it over time,
Holy
they have with 2 other big engines.
Yeah, they finally have something that won't break everything.
Yeah, they killed because originally the track that they were running on was the Portland Traction Company, and
I feel like it's a little bit light.
Yeah, for 2 northerns. So needless to say, we stored the say, which it runs right now. It just needs a 1472 done on it, which shouldn't take too long, I think. And they're also renting a Mikado from the Albany and Eastern.
They're renting a Mikado?
Okay, so the Mikado is going from the Oregon Coast Scenic. It's our favorite boy that we've talked about in the past, Polson Logging number 2.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy, Polson Logging 2.
Yeah, an old favorite. So that's going from the Oregon Coast Scenic, and it got sold to Wick Franklin Corporation, which owns the Albany and Eastern. And it's going to Portland for a couple of months to run the holiday, for a month or 2 to run the Holiday Express. That's going to be fun. Can't wait to see that. And then it's going down to the Albany and Eastern, where it's going to join Santa Maria Valley 205.
Okay.
So yeah, they got a small steam program going on there, and I'm all for it.
Yeah, Godspeed to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, good luck.
More steam, yay.
I always forget that 4449 exists.
Yeah. It's kind of forgettable when it only ran what in July, and then I think once this month for a private charter.
It's weird that 4449 is
Yeah.
such like a big and famous engine. Like it's 4449. Like there's no
Yeah.
forgetting it. It's up there with the likes of 844 and 611 and 765 and
Yeah.
you know these other huge big name engines, and it runs like twice a year, and it
Yeah.
makes no fanfare when doing so, and
Yeah.
like it's such a weird thing. It's in the same category for me as like 261, where it's like this
Yeah.
is a huge important locomotive with a lot of people behind it that want to do things with it, and it does things like once every 6 months,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and not
Bring
even
it back
for the general public.
Bring it back out to Michigan.
Please bring it. Just like have more big locomotive meetups.
Bring it
Yeah,
to Rhode
right.
Island.
Please, yeah, 765
Bring it to Rhode Island.
and 110 meeting was fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish I could have been there.
Yeah, Chris got some great pictures. I was able to derive the total engine and tender length from the picture that he got me because he forgot his
Nice.
tape measure at home. And now if only Essex would answer my damn phone calls, I'd be able to finish the set of cards.
Just like go bust
Whoa.
down the
I'm
door.
going to drive over there when I get a weekend to do it. And it might be next weekend. If they don't answer the phone this week, I'm going to call up like the main office and be like, arrange me a meeting. Because I have the extension of the machine shop and nobody picks up the phone. Anyway, so I know we're over time here, but Jada already left, and we have one, sort of the elephant in the room. Is everyone ready for inflation to get way worse?
Yeah.
I entirely forgot you had this
If
discussion.
it's a
Let's
sacrifice,
go.
we have to make for Conrail,
Yeah.
we will make it.
Yeah, so Conrail 2, it's coming. Like, the UP CEO
Yeah,
expects
there is
Congress
a-
to intervene if railroads experience work stoppage. And you know what? I'm sure they will, in some way
Yeah.
of speaking.
Yeah.
I'm both extremely glad this is happening and I hate that this is happening.
I'm
Like,
glad that's happening.
I'm glad labor is like organizing and exercising
Yeah.
their power in a way that hasn't been seen in decades. I wish it hadn't come to this point in the first place, and I wish we wouldn't have to deal with what it's gonna cost for it to happen.
Yeah, and I wish it wasn't happening at the same time as, like, 17 other catastrophic world-shaking events.
Right.
So, that old curse, may you live in interesting times.
I
So-
wish I wasn't.
Yeah, right?
Sorry about me. What? Can we go one day without a historically significant event?
Yeah, to get to the tail end, there's a chance that anyone who hasn't signed an agreement that isn't going out for ratification can strike, or we can lock out. I would prefer that not to happen. If that were to happen, I'm confident Congress would step in. Congressional intervention could take 4 forms: extend the cooling off period, enforce a spec negotiation, impose the recommendation settlement by the Presidential Emergency Board. They could create their own settlement, or they could send us into binding arbitration. He's missing option number 5, Conrail 2.
Sell Conrail to the union this time.
Yeah. And 3 of the unions have reached a tentative agreement with railroads. That doesn't mean they're happy with it, and the employees definitely seem not to be, based on what I've been hearing. But yeah, a 24% wage increase over a 5-year period, and $5,000 lump sum payments, which is nice, but it doesn't really solve anything.
Right.
And
Okay, I quit. I'm working for UP now.
yeah. On August 16th, the Presidential Emergency Board issued its findings, and got mixed reviews from the railroads and labor, which is, like, I guess compromises when both sides are equally unhappy,
Right.
But that doesn't necessarily mean it's a good shake for the, employees. I mean, you have to remember that the people at the top are worried about their profits and their overhead and their shareholders, Bob, and the people like actually running the trains have to live this every day.
Yeah. Remember, guys, labor doesn't contribute to profit.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Exactly. No tentative agreement was reached. SMART and the Brotherhood of Locomotive and Engineering Trainmen, BLET, or sorry, Brotherhood of Locomotive Engineers and Trainmen, remain committed to negotiating over issues that are most important, including wages, quality of life, and attendance. Also, I saw somebody post something about a CSX attendance policy, which seemed, on the face of it, as ridiculous as BNSF's.
So, Ellis.
Go ahead.
Actually, oh, well, I don't know if we want to talk about it. There was an update from the Labor Secretary about this.
Go ahead.
The Labor Secretary came out and said, neither side should expect Congress to intervene to prevent a work stoppage. Sorry.
Yeah, and I think that's true. I don't necessarily think that they're going to do something like the UP president is expecting or the UP CEO is expecting to just like, they're going to force people back to the negotiating table. But I do believe in my heart of hearts that if this catastrophe continues for longer than a relatively brief period, which, let's be honest, the war will not be over by Christmas.
No.
Especially during midterm elections.
Yeah, midterm elections, we're coming towards the holiday rush. Things are going to get real important real fast. And I don't think that the legislators will sit on this for too long because they have a duty to their constituents. The old guard doesn't want to get voted out, and the new people want to look good when they show up. You know?
Right.
Yeah.
You don't want to have an absolute horrific disaster. The thing I'm worried about is if the parties can't come to an agreement, which seems increasingly unlikely.
Yep.
If Congress has to step in, is Congress going to actually solve the problem, or is Congress just going to
give them a pat on the back and say,
is Congress going to be give them $1,000 bonus and get them back to work, because that's far easier and requires far less political capital than doing meaningful reform.
Right. I just think that no matter what they try, if it's not enough, it's not enough. You're not going to get these people to go back to work.
No.
At the end of the day, it's their choice to just quit, And there's tons of people talking about quitting, even if this deal works out, because they don't think it's good enough.
Yeah. And they certainly aren't appealing to people that would want to work for them either.
Yeah, exactly. Gillis was I don't know, remember that, Hem, you may remember this. Remember when Alice was on Twitter thinking that she could be a cop?
Yeah.
Or wanted to be a cop. Gillis was having the same sort of thing. I wasn't sure if he was on anything or all right, but he was should I go work for BNSF?
No.
Yeah.
Achilles.
No.
No. Achilles, please. People care about you.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll get Heisen here. I'll get Heisen here to talk to you.
Work for Class 3 if you're gonna do it.
It's like when I see a friend start playing War Thunder. It's no, what are you doing? We care about you.
Ellis is having fun. He's only on day 3,000
I'm on day 2,110? 11?
Nice.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hit 2102 not too long ago, and I went, even War Thunder is telling me to go to Pennsylvania. But yeah, so there may be an agreement that gets reached. That doesn't necessarily look like that's going to happen. The Labor Secretary is warning that there could be a work stoppage. I a nationwide shutdown would be a disaster, according to some articles, but I don't need articles to tell me that.
Yeah.
Even the trucking industry is like, guys, figure your shit out, because,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's, when when a huge portion, when suddenly one of the legs on your stool just disappears.
Yep. And
I mean,
yeah, the railroads are starting to embargo certain shipments because they're worried about a work stoppage. It's becoming like a it's becoming a real thing. People are starting to wake up and
Right.
realize that, oh crap, we could have a real disaster on our hands if we don't figure things
It
out.
could be a
right.
catastrophe.
Unfortunately, figuring things out in for a lot of these railroads does still seem to be just, we've tried nothing and we're all out of options.
Yeah.
Right. We've half cooked this chicken and like chicken's awful. We can't have chicken anymore, guys.
Yeah. It blows my mind that we're about to stare down the barrel of an entire industry collapse. Like something that seldom happens and is happening right here, right now.
Can we stop having historical events happen?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm desperately hoping that what comes out of this is like meaningful, genuine reform, like a restructure that actually works better instead of what happened. When Penn Central died, which was like, okay, we had Conrail for a couple of years, we deregulated industry, and then we were just like, all right, guys, run loose. We have done.
Almost a better example would be the 2008 crash, where only one person went to jail.
Right. We built the economy. We gambled the economy on smoke. It died, and oops, our bad. I guess all my losses was lessons.
It's crazy to think though that this is to me, it's more than some. And the 2008 crash is one thing, but sort of falls into the same category, I think. And it's not that you shouldn't go and seek out culprits and hold them accountable, but it's so big. It's just a full-on systemic failure at every level. It's how do you even deal with that? And I feel like the answer is you don't. You find a solution and then you just sort of move on.
The thing I'm worried about is that meaningfully tackling these issues and changing the system for the better is going to take a lot of work and be extremely disruptive.
Yeah.
And what I'm worried about is that what's going to happen is the bare minimum to get it quote-unquote functioning again as fast as possible will happen, and the can is just kicked down the road because, frankly, when is the last time politically that a large system with huge inherent problems has had a meaningful restructure instead of just a patch over and kick it down the road?
Yeah.
Probably
since they started Just Bus, or probably when they were Just Bus in the 1900s.
Like the Great Depression is probably the last time we actually meaningfully had like a nationwide policy push to reform broken systems.
Yeah. We will have to. I mean, I wouldn't hold my breath, but I really hope something comes out of this that makes the railroad industry a better place, because we've just talked about band-aids and band-aids and band-aids. I mean, I'll bring up reciprocal switching again as like that's an idea. But it's more like, okay, that helps like some customers that railroads are already careless towards, They don't care about doing the small jobs, and they charge people out the wazoo for small carload jobs because they just don't want to take them. They're forcing people to use trucks.
Yeah, I know. It's worse even on like a class 3 operator.
Oh yeah, and
like
it
if I wanted to ship a rail
railroads.
car from Staten, Oregon, or a lumber car or car full of lumber, assuming that the railroad was still active, you would need like a $600 surcharge on top of it to even break even on that car.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like, it's messed up.
It's crazy, and that's just the way that's the way the world works right now. If you're a railroad, and it's, you look at rail served industries and you go, well, how come they aren't, or potential rail served industries, and you go, how come they're not using the tracks that are like right there? This is why, because the railroads don't want to serve anyone.
Yep.
And there's no incentive for them to do so, which is insane.
And that's the problem.
The system is so broken that it disincentivizes doing like your job to the fullest.
Yeah.
Railroads have basically figured out a way to min-max railroading, is what it comes down to.
Which is a problem.
Yeah, which is, you don't want that. You don't want BNSF metagaming.
You don't want a gamer in charge of your railroads.
Yeah,
Unless that gamer plays Factorio. Unless that gamer that plays Factorio is Mason.
Mason,
yeah.
Specifically.
No. Will Mason restore it and run it on the main line?
What you do is you put Mason in charge, and then you put East as like the dude who handles all the infrastructure, so Mason can meddle with East's infrastructure.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. Any Factorio player can be in charge except for Mason. Mason tears up the entire U.S. rail network and relays it 6 feet to the left.
Mason and East are like Saunders and Pearl, then.
Mason's like, well, this railroad line didn't have the right feng shui, so we had to relay it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mason comes out with a standard blueprint for every station. Oh wait, I've heard this one before. Actually, somewhere in my favorites I have a
all of the power is South Shore Jeeps now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, G&W moment.
G&W moment.
But seriously, somewhere in my favorites I have an entire like PDF library of PRR standard drawings. Because
I have the same name for UP.
Yeah, what do you know? It was just like, we designed 3 kinds of station, a large, a medium, and a small station, and we just used them everywhere.
I think UP had more variety than that, but
yeah, well, that's what you get from the UP versus the PRR.
Also Harriman.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, does anyone have any advertisements before we go, other than doing joining the bracket for double headers, which, like I said, we have 4 teams now. We're halfway there, and buy trading cards in a few weeks. And also subscribe to our second channel. This week, Gloria and I think are going to watch Stargate so that we can start watching the Stargate series.
Nice.
So,
have you showed Gloria the ultimate series that everybody cries about?
No, actually, I was tempted to give Gloria the option and say, like, okay, we could watch Firefly. It's a short series and then a movie, or we could watch the movie and then the long series. But because we don't have the lead time to watch the series first, we're just going to do Stargate. But yeah, I own all of Firefly, so that has been on the list. Anyway, guesses for latest train on Amtrak then, if nobody else has any announcements.
Westbound California Zephyr.
Alright, Jader picked the eastbound California Zephyr. What else?
The Canadian.
Unfortunately, that is not an Amtrak train yet.
Do we have the northbound?
You know what, Ellis? Could you let us know if the Canadian's on time or not?
I will let you know. One of them is an hour and a half late. The other one is on time.
Wow.
How far is it out of its origin station?
The one that's an hour and a half late is pretty well through its run. It's in Edmonton. The other one... Oh, wow. No, wait a minute. The one that's on time is almost at the end of its run.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It's a miracle.
It's a miracle.
Yeah.
It's a Christmas miracle.
Alright, anyway.
It's September.
So, eastbound and westbound California Zephyr. Northbound
Cardinal.
Northbound Cardinal, okay.
If we have one.
We have a... I mean, the Cardinal isn't really northbound or southbound. We have a Cardinal in the system.
Okay.
Oh. Texas Eagle to Chicago.
Texas Eagle to Chicago. Let's check
That
that
one's
one first.
Pretty bad.
Train number 22, Texas Eagle to Chicago, 23 minutes late at Hope, Arkansas.
Sad.
That's pretty good. The Cardinal to New York is on time at Crawfordsville, Indiana.
Damn it.
The
Okay.
eastbound California Zephyr is 1 hour and 43 minutes late, or 44 minutes late. The westbound California Zephyr is 36 minutes late, or 5 minutes late, or an hour and 2 minutes late. The latest train on Amtrak is train number 90, the Palmetto to New York. It is
Oh.
8 hours and 16 minutes late.
Ooh.
And it
No,
accumulated,
that was
it
even a
accumulated
train.
almost all of
Damn
that
it.
delay between Charleston, South Carolina, and Kingstree.
So
Wow.
What's
either it
going
broke
on?
down or
Did the
someone
South
really
rise
shafted
again?
it.
Yeah.
The South is rising the South is very slowly, it would seem. Also,
Yeah.
8 has arrived in Vancouver, Washington, and is presumably ready to make its turn and
Yay.
start heading east. That's probably going
That'd
to be a
cool
late
to see
train.
the full builder going through the gorge.
Yep.
It's a shame that it shouldn't be dark.
Yeah.
It's amazing that a Canadian has made it almost all the way to Vancouver and is on time.
And they made up time too. They were 2 hours late for a long
Wow.
stretch. For long stretches. They even hit
Yeah.
3 hours late for a while. And they've made up
Lord.
all that time.
God
That's
damn.
fantastic.
Outstanding, Via. Number 2 is probably not gonna come into Toronto with the same good luck.
I
'Cause-
mean, we'll see. They've already made up a good portion of time. But I mean, the thing with the Canadian is it seemed like there's a lot of pad in that schedule. Which is
Probably
understandable because they're
you
just
know.
like a... I mean, even less so than your average Amtrak long-distance train. They're not like a serious people-moving service.
I wish they were.
yeah, same.
It would make making the Canadian like it as cool as the Canadian is like in concept as a foamer. It's so infuriating to me that I cannot take the Canadian cannot be a serious option to go anywhere
Hmm.
because it's basically just like a luxury train you take because it's cool. It's not a serious transit option.
Yeah.
It's a joke. It's like a rolling luxury hotel. It's a joke. It's an actual.
Yep. Well, at least
that's
it's
infuriating.
at least it's there, but yeah, it could be so much better for an actual transit option. Don't get me wrong, there's place in this world for luxury long distance trains that don't cost $6,000 a ticket. Looking
I
at you,
think
Rocky Mountaineer, but
they can.
Oh, I
would-
was talking to someone at the club, and apparently he was telling me the Rocket Mountaineer is worth it. He got the most expensive package.
oh my god,
I was
yeah,
just like-
it's worth 6 mortgage payments. Yes, sure.
Well, you know what else is worth 6 mortgage payments?
U2s.
No.
Yes.
It's in real model railroading, but we can discuss that later.
Oh no. Oh, hold on. What is this? What is this? Oh, it's a pooch. Only $1,700 for a pooch?
Yeah.
All right.
Small price to pay for pooch.
Anyway, all right. With that out of the way, Kavan, what is your termination?
My termination is I'm making an offer on the pooch.
Oh God!
Mother of God, come on.
No!
Who
Wow,
gave
got through an episode
Kavan
with-
more money than he knows what to do with?
His job.
Not GameStop.
Clearly. Hem, what is your thing?
Well, I'm surprised we had no points this episode, but trains are
We're getting
really
good, boys.
unpredictable.
I was gonna give
no,
I was gonna give a point for the mention of at the rail yard.
Ah,
Wait.
no, I linked the wrong thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say you linked the WMNF thing, which also
I
is
meant
on
to
brand, but-
link. I meant to link the copy pasta.
copy paste.
I was folding laundry, and then just 2 metal rails appear in my basement.
Yeah.
Oh God
Oh,
damn
yeah.
it!
Oof.
Okay.
Okay, him.
It's good. We're good.
Thanks
Go.
for that.
It's fine.
Anyway, I'd like to give my political thesis, which is it's called a bubbler, you guys.
Not in my backyard,
No, it
according
is
to the
though.
map.
It's a drinking fountain.
That's a bubbler.
It's a drinking fountain.
Bubbler. And I learned that it's because that's a brand name.
It's a water
It's
fountain?
a bubbler.
Who calls the water fountain by the brand name?
Apparently they were just like super popular here and where they were made in Wisconsin. So that's how bubbler entered the vernacular in Rhode Island. Like all of Rhode Island bought the bubbler brand water fountains. So now they're all
Okay.
bubblers.
Yeah.
Rhode Island should be folded into Connecticut.
Absolutely not. I destroyed Connecticut in Hearts of Iron, so you know what?
I got that mod working again.
Oh, good, 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 good.
I dominated Massachusetts, but that's beyond the point.
I got dunked on by Massachusetts.
Yeah, they're strong.
It's fine. Rhode Island and Connecticut should both be absorbed by Massachusetts.
Absolutely
Is that
not.
better?
Based. Anyway, for my termination, have our Halloween event. So something called that.
Nice.
Every weekend in October. Yeah, it's cool. We have a great amount of decorations in our car barn, and the story is pretty good. We read through it today, and it's a fun time.
I love you guys doing a table read for your Halloween event.
Yeah, I know. I didn't even know about it. I just came to the museum expecting to work on my windows, and then everyone else was there. I'm like, okay, I'll sit down for the table read and provide sarcastic comments at it.
I'd like
Like,
to pitch a character for your Halloween event. He's from Brooklyn. He wears a flat cap. He likes chess.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
Anyway,
I want to get enough. One of our members is from New York State,
oh okay.
and he is one of the main characters. So
Oh, perfect.
close. Yeah.
Anyway, and
Yeah.
Jader said about his Q&A, but did
Turned
not
out really
provide a
well.
link. I think I don't really know what to name this episode. Does anyone have any suggestions before we end? Because
Holy War.
Tiny Chooch.
Tiny
Perfect War.
Chooch.
Tiny Chooch would be a good one.
I was gonna go with regard to the upcoming Class 1 meltdown, just the title "Bread Will Cost $10."
Yeah, no, I think
You-
what I think it should be is definitely Conrail 2, baby.
Conrail, yeah,
The-
okay, that's fair. Conrail 2 Electric Boogaloo.
the bid derailment.
The big whoopsie.
The big
Yeah,
whoopsie.
That's what it will be referred to in the history books.
Yeah.
The big derailment.
If
If I was writing a research paper on this, that's what it'd be called.
give it 20 years and we'll get another. What's your problem about this one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
10 hours of content. Let's go.
Yes.
I just hope they don't have to demolish another good-looking station for this. They're building
Yeah.
a giant skyscraper above South Station, and I don't know how I feel about it.
No, the plan is to tear up another horseshoe curve line out of spite.
It's down
Yeah.
to 2 tracks now.
Q-track.
Anyway, all right.
Tail motherfuckers.
We'll see you guys next week. What the hell do I have to say at the end of this episode? Thanks to Virtual Railfan for not taking us down. Thanks to Wes and Steve for the loco base existing. Thanks to you guys for coming on, and everyone for watching. And in case of emergency, call Conrail, which they typoed their own emergency number on their
Congrats,
their
Conrail.
homepage of their website. That's
Now,
my
now if you go to their website, you don't know who to call.
yeah.
Ghostbusters.